Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share and subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member of the channel, please do click the join button. Then YouTube will help you along the way. So as you saw by the title, teenage sensation Kaheim Dixon wanted by many clubs. So we're going to be discussing that, break it down and everything. And then obviously you know that we're going to add the Reggae Boyz abroad. So all of those informations that maybe passed you yesterday based on how players played and stuff, this is the place that you will be getting it. All right, so thanks. We saw Detaway already here. Massive respect, Detaway, and thanks for being here, big boss. All right, we saw S Technic skipped in the building as well. Let me know if everything is working well. If my sound check is working well, yes, let me know. All right, so S Technic, big up yourself. Dean Fraser, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Lansley Blake, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. So, and then we have Fabian Fall says which club. So let me just get into it because it is a rewatchable stream. So let me get back into the conversation before I come to the comment section, because the comment section will bully me as to how I should deal with this thing. So Kaheim Dixon was born in Jamaica. He is a, what I would say, traditional right wing forward, but he could be deployed as a striker as well. Some of his strongest traits I would consider is to be is positioning. Means that he gets himself in good positioning, good positions, that he has the advantage over the unrushing defenders. Finishing and stamina level, as to what I saw him in, which is the JPL and also the Manning Cup. I don't know if those things are going to translate to the next level instant, but one thing I do know, all of those stuffs could be worked on. So that's why I put them in my assessment on the player. All right, let me just run through what was said right here. So this was written in the article the 2nd of April 2024. Agent: overseas clubs keeping a close eye on Dixon. So that is coming from his agent. All right. Teenage sensation Kaheim Dixon is on the radar of a number of European clubs and is likely to be on the move this summer, said agent Kevin Cowan. All right. So now you know that his agent is actually Kevin Cowan. So at least they pick up information right there. Oh, this looks to you, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Based on what you saw from him, do you think he can make that step up to Europe without any problems? Let me know. All right, yes. But let me big up Kevin Cowan right here. Kevin Cowan is always amongst the most and highest level deals in Jamaica. I brought up his name the other day when persons asked me about who selling players, and I've said this man is one of the well-renowned personnel, if not the first individual on the list as it relates to selling players. He always gets a lot of players out of Jamaica. So big up to Kevin Cowan. And for persons that never knew him, it's a good opportunity to give him some his flowers as well. According to Cowan, clubs in Europe and Major League Soccer (MLS) have been monitoring the 19-year-old. All right. However, is hoping that too much pressure will not be placed on the young attacker, who is still developing. Those are two statements made that I do like. Is intention for the player, so that tells you how they would like to, what surrounding they would like to sell the player in. So I don't think they are trying to look for the most money for the player or the most weekly wages for the player, but somewhere where he could go and improve himself by getting game time and the education. And that is always first for me. You guys know that. At this time, I can confirm that clubs from Belgium, Denmark, Portugal, and the MLS are tracking Dixon and have stated their interest in the player. All right, so that is brilliant so far. Let me stop right there before we get into the rest of the chopping up, so we can go to the comment section. All right, yes, so we have a few persons came in. All right, so we have Dean Fraser, big up yourself, Sak Passe, Jason in the building, Ty in the building, massive respect, man of valor in the building. Yeah, man, when you hear Craig Butler and Cataract talk like Dixon, not good enough. Well, we talk football here, so I want to think that when people come here, they expect me to assess a player and give my honest opinion on him. And I've always said that I think his positioning is very good. Someone said my audio is low, so can you guys tell me if my audio is low? All right, if my audio is low, because it's not peaking. But I don't always want to be shouting out of the roof. All right, because this person want me to deaf him, so let me try and deaf him. All right, yes, I'm hoping that I'm not deafing everyone. Okay, let me move over to the bigger screen. All right, yes, damn. You want me to let me know if my audio is okay. Bless up float management, thanks for being here, massive respect. All right. And then we have S Technic says, JD, I think this kid has better attribute than Whisper. Okay, well, I don't want to get into that, because I want to give this kid his true shine and not really focus on anybody else to give the attention to them. So it's Dixon we are going to give it to, and all the other players them that played, to be honest. Yes, JD, Dixon needs to develop properly, but the agent said that. So you got to respect him as well. Yes, Cowan. Yeah, man. JD is the agent that gets the most player. But I've said that. Why people always think that they need to tell me things? I think you need to share it with other people. I have always studied these things before I come on, and I give people their credit where it's due. I like the stream already. Yes, people, please do like the video. I love the fact that 300 or so of you guys like the video, and we have not really spent long on the video, but we made sure to put our impact in the video. So if you guys like our impacts that we put on videos, please do continue supporting the stream. All right. Yes, because we will always come and give you that organic conversation. All right, yeah, man. Bless up. Audio is good. All right, so that person, yeah, man, that person want me to deaf him. All right, yes, that person want me to deaf him. All right, thank you very much, everyone else in the chat. Belgium or Portugal would be better for him. MLS is a no. No, you can't say that. I think surprising, MLS would have been the first best destination for him. Let me explain to you why. He has not really been out of the country much. His style of play might not transition so fast, so the first thing he needs to get up is physical. Which I'll look at him, he's very small on the big scene. We saw him in the United States game. So the first thing you want to do is to get your physicals up and running. So you wanted to go at least the team that will give you as much game time as possible and have a good system. So you have a lot of teams in the MLS that he could go to and improve for a season or so, and then try and make the transition. What I would say, staying in MLS would not be that option. That is the first thing. Yes. But he could go to the MLS, and MLS is not a down on him. All right. Because two of our ballers, them that we said must make the World Cup, which is Damian Lowe and Blake, both of them playing in the MLS. So I don't know what to say as it relates to that one. All right, JD, I don't want Dixon to be like other players who go overseas and ended up back in the in the JPL. Well, that can happen to anybody, but you want to make sure you make your career first before you ended up back in the JPL. All right, the kid is not the finished product. Let the kid go to Europe and learn football right away. Yeah, man, any one of them. All right, thanks. All right. All right, I know you guys want to fight with Mr. Butler, but I sometimes I want to not mention their names in no streams. I wish I can just pass that, all right, because enough other content and quality footballers are there, and I think sometimes when you guys give them this attention, that is actually what they want. All right, that's actually what they want. But this is time to give Kevin Cowan and Dixon their flowers, at least at the start of the stream, and then I can move into the potential Reggae Boyz and the also Reggae Boyz doing big bits. All right, JD, audio was low because he didn't want to wake up the pillar man. um, very, very. I wouldn't recommend going to MLS. Well, football is changing. Football is changing. Europe is a better move. You just need to develop without pressure in a lower European league. So Belgium is not a lower European league. Portugal is not a lower European league unless he's talking down the tiers. So tier two in Belgium, tier two in Europe. In Portugal, that's what I would say is okay then. But once you're going to go to any of the Belgian teams, it's going to be a highly competitive league. Highly competitive league. You saw a lot of guys went over there from United States, Jamaica, and you saw that they do struggle when they do make the jump to Belgium, because Belgium is a very, very high league. It's not higher than the Premier League, or maybe not on that level, but it's not a lowly ranked league. Don't let anyone fool you. It's not a lowly ranked league. Unless they never watch football in their life to believe that Belgium is a lowly ranked league. If he goes there, it's going to be a tough transition for him. So I would recommend him going down to a lower level in Belgium as well. We just saw Zimenez moved, and you saw that Zimenez is much more developed. I think one part of Zimenez's game is actually his development, like his physical maturity is definitely up there. All right, and it never kicked off instant for Zimenez. He's still trying to let it kick off. But tell you what, you have other quality players over the entire world fighting for those same spots. And once that happens, it's going to be very difficult for you to break through. So I would agree with Mr. Cowan right there to not want to put his player in a position that it doesn't really benefit him. So it will benefit maybe the handler to sell the player, because obviously the first money that you would have gotten would have been very good. That's if you want to cash out on a player. But the way he's speaking, I think he might be the right agent for the player, because that means he's not trying to cash out on the player. He wants to see the player go further, and he believes in the player's quality to go places, so he could get a second, a third, a fourth a contract on the player. All right. So when you cash out on a player, more likely you don't believe the quality of the player is actually there. All right. So I do respect all the words so far coming from Mr. Cohen right there. All right. I'm going to go through the rest of it, but let me take the rest of the comments at this point. Well said, JD. Don't give, yeah, man. We ain't doing that. God bless said, people, you can't be happy. Another young king is getting an opportunity to go and develop his skill. Come on, people. All right. So come on. God bless you. Make sure to hit the like button. Ernest, make sure to hit the like button. Triple E, the same thing. And Africans, the same thing. If he's gonna go to the USA, his best move would be a highly rated USL side, dominate for a year, then move to Europe. And that would not be bad as well. All right, because strikers tend to be treated different. All right, so which club interested in him? We are going to go through that as well. Bless up. Duckland said, bless up JD, streaming from the fancy room today. It's my other studio, Big Boss. All right, yes, don't worry yourself. It doesn't matter where he goes. If he applies himself, he will get better. No, it matters. God bless you. That is a very arrogant statement. No, it matters because even the guy that's selling the player telling that it matters where he goes, because he wants to take the step with the player. So that is a very arrogant statement, sir. I am very sorry. Right there, Big Boss, I will not agree with that one. So guys, let me do good on the likes now. Come on, people. 120 in the house already. Let me get it up to 100 very fast. Let me go through the rest of the article right here. All right. The main thing for Kaheim at this time is to remain calm and keep focusing on getting better. So far though, he has really impressed with how he's handling himself in the midst of his rapid ascent. Dixon helped Clarendon College retain their Da Costa Cup and Oliver Shield titles, scoring 32 goals, and you could have added an extra 6 to that in that game that they have disqualified the game over the 2023 schoolboy football season. He was also top scorer for the Jamaica Schools team at the CASA Youth Classic tournament in Florida in December, scoring 6 goals in 4 matches to take the Golden Boot. In the 2022 National Tier 2 League season, Dixon was the top scorer for Chapelton Maroons with 14 goals. The Maroons qualified for the Jamaica Premier League JPL for the first time. So maybe he was one of them that never really translated with the rules that they have changed for the Maroons. Let me know for the persons that have been following this for a while. In his first game in the JPL for Arnett, yes, so that means he never actually moved on to the JPL at the time because of the rule. He scored on 1 of his 2 goals from 6 matches this season. So showcase that he's translating every single time he gets an opportunity. All right. Dixon, who got his first senior national team call-up recently, also scored in his first official match in the national colours, netting the lone goal in a win over the Caribbean rivals Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, however, Cowan said the public should avoid putting too much pressure on the young player and allow him to gradually progress through the stages, and I would agree right there. For the 19-year-old, he has shown such a high level of maturity and self-confidence, but at the same time, he has shown incredible humility, which says a lot about his character and upbringing. Hopefully people don't get too carried away. He still needs a lot of time and support so that he can continue to develop into what he can truly become, Cowan. All right, so that is where we stopped it right there. All right, and I do agree with everything that Mr. Cowan said about the player right there and the approach that they're taking. I think that is the best way forward. The best way forward, not even a question. The best way forward. All right, stick away. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Said blessings goes out always for JD. Good work. Massive respect. Duckland says happy for Dixon. This youth could be our best footballer one day. All right, I am not 100% sure, but I want to give him, because as what I've said early on, I do believe that he possesses some skills that normal Jamaicans we don't invest in those things so fast. So the fact that he has positioning, it showcases that where he learned football is based on positioning a lot. And oh, ironic, CC Clarendon College is a heavily based team on possession, so that tells you where he started from. So I like that. And CC, and I love the fact that they are giving the coach for CC or the manager of CC more roles, because that's what you want the kids them to be doing, learning the game rather than trying to rely on big, fast and strong, because it might not translate when it goes to other levels. And based on history, it have not translated. All right, it have not translated. So this is the best way where I do see them going in. All right, the location that they're going in, I like it, and I like the kid. I have always talked highly of him, like his skill sets and stuff, you know. Yes, so I hope all the best for him. I like the stream, first thing I do, boss. No problem. I'm just telling you guys that I'm watching you. All right, so all the Pillarman them that just came in, 150 in the house, please do hit the like button. We're going to turn up the stream now, because now we have more people that we're going to go and talk on. But the fact that we had Kaheim, we had to talk about him because that seems like a good news to improve the players' level, and then we can have way more people developing and such. All right, thanks for the first 50. Let we keep on racking up the numbers as you come in. Make no sense to wait until later to like the video. Now should be the time, so you become a part of greatness. All right, yes. Samson, big up yourself. JD, the man. Mr. B is up for so much hype that he only see himself and his players. Okay, okay. Well, that is all right. That is all right. Which club want him? They have not stated the clubs that wanted him. Just saying that this is where they got the offers from. And I have no problem for them not to tell us which club wants him. We just want to know that, yes, others do have their eyes on the player, and I do respect that. Good look for the youngster. Agreed. All right. Yes. Pillow man them. Yeah. Oh, Rabian is here. Big up yourself. The man them. This man and the pillow talk. All right. JD, don't give Sammy. They don't. But Chris, if the people know Sammy, man, I'm gonna explain Sammy to the people already, Chris, man. So I have to still give. I just gave the person that I could have remembered fast enough. All right. Yes. Next time I will remember Sammy as well too. All right. Because I've given Sammy his ratings here. So Chris, come on, man. It's a show me how to do, man. Come on, man. Look, let me do better than that, man. So let me know before we go into the rest of the conversation. Let me know where you think his ceiling is at. Don't put him under any pressure, but just give me a true take as to where you see his ceiling. All right, where you see his ceiling as a player. All right, let me know your thoughts on that side. All right, where you see his ceiling as a player. Let me know, guys. Let me know where you see his ceiling as a player. Cause for me. All right, Norman says, JD the Great, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Dixon is not just a goal scorer. He has a lot more to his game. Let us be careful not to put him in a mental box. But Senate, I've explained my take on the player. And I've said that I think the player possesses something that I have not seen Jamaican players, especially forward players, really burst on the scene with, which is positioning. So that means they have incredible knowledge of the game at that young age. All right, the finishing ability, and obviously he has good stamina on that level. I don't think the stamina will translate as yet to the bigger level, because I saw him in the United States game. He looked impressive, tried to trap down and close down certain avenues, but you could clearly see that his physicality and also his stamina at that level would have not lasted longer than 35 minutes. So I could clearly see that he has some work to do, but he has skill sets that are better than majority of the players that I've ever seen came out of Jamaica. Period. So that's the level of ratings that I've given him, and always said from day one. So I've never changed my take on what I've seen from the player. But I do believe that those two traits he still need to improve on to go up to that level. And that's why I wouldn't jump to put him in a Belgian first league as yet. I would have put him down into the 21s them, and then try and raise his stamina level. But if you ask me, who can translate to something bigger out of all the local guys that we have talked on, I would want to say that he has that skill set. He has that skill set, and what he had already acquired in Jamaica would only put him a lead. So I would agree with you, Duckland. Bless up yourself, Mr. Flex in the building. JD, all right, good clubs to grow in. Genk, Circle Braga, Bruges, those younger teams. Younger 21s are very, very good professional places to grow, because you have to always remember that Belgium has some of the highest football education. All right. Let me know if I'm getting any freezing or such. All right. When is the jersey giveaway? Stoke City, me say, okay, all right. I don't know about no jersey giving away. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. So educate me and let me know if I'm freezing. Let me know if I'm freezing, people. All right. Let me know if I'm freezing, people. Let me know if I froze at any point. Let me know if I froze at any point. All right. Let me know if I froze at any point, people. All right. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, that is very, very surprising. All right. All right. So let me know if I froze at any point, like on everyone's phone, so I make sure everything is good before we move on to the next side. All right. So all right. All right. You need to give away some shirts. So why would I give away shirts, Canel Richards? I'm not just desperate to give away things. I don't just do that. So I don't you can't give me the reason why I should give away shirts. You think that I just come here and make a bag of money and just give away shirts? What? I don't understand. So explain to me why should I give away a shirt? And if it makes sense, I might would consider it, but you can't just tell me to give away shirts. I don't come here and just beg money from people to not make enough money and then take my additional money to give away. I rather to get a boot and give a kid that can actually turn it into an investment and improve themselves. That's what I would rather do. I don't understand where the short argument comes from. I'm not that type of dude. You know, I don't try to do things for acknowledgement. You know, I do things because I truly care about doing that. And me giving someone a shirt, I don't really care about that because I don't see it improving an individual. To be honest, no disrespect, but I don't think me giving you a shirt will improve your footballing skills. So I rather give you a boots, a shank guard, pay for a schooling for you to go and learn football, or go and educate yourself in a class or something. But give something to that. All right. Now I will give something to that rather than just give away things. I don't feel that, you know, and that's not going to make me better. To be honest, that's just my take. Still, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? All right. God bless you. Don't tell me how to run my show, please. All right. I think it's disrespectful and thinking that I can't manage my own program. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So let me talk, please. All right. So, anyways, let me move on to some of the other results. Other results that was actually impressive. We had Leicester City. Leicester City had a 3-1 win over Norwich. Norwich is one of the teams that's trying to go places. All right. So Leicester putting down one of the teams that's trying to go places. Definitely helped their causes to actually go straight up. All right, so 3-1 victory right there is important. Birmingham 1-0 over Preston, and then we have our first one, which is the Jamaican boys. Them. All right, they have played 2 games since actually leaving Jamaica national team, and as you could see, they are always an important part of their team. Yes. But sadly, they have not gotten the 3 points or gotten a point in this one because that was very much vital towards their progression up back into the playoffs. All right, because the last year they made it straight to the playoffs, but Luton clipped their wings. So our boy Latibodir played 60 minutes, and I thought that he was not bad. He was not bad, but he was not good, not great as his normal self, you know, because he always maybe control the tempo of the game from even fullback position. I thought that he couldn't get full control of the game. Had 1 clearance, 1 interception, 1 tackle, and ground duels 1 of 2 on the day. Aerial duels 4 of 5. Then he lost possession 9 times. Had 60 touches of the ball and had 43 passes stride, completed 38 out of that, and had created 1 key pass from his position. Tried 1 cross, it was not good enough, and the long ball side, he had 1 out of 2 right there, which is decent. All right, so it was okay for him, okay game for him. And then we have our boy Casey Palmer. Clearly, you guys saw where Casey Palmer plays. All right. Clear, you guys saw where Casey Palmer plays as an individual. All right, he is a cam, especially a central attacking midfielder type player. Played 75 minutes in this one, and he continues to impress in this position. And sadly, he has never played there for Jamaica, never ever. All right, and we're still waiting on that opportunity for him to do so. All right, 66 touches overall, had 46 passes, tried, completed 37 of them, which is 80% on the day. Key pass 1, shots on target 1, shots off target 2. All right, and then his dribbles, he tried 2, completed 1 of that, and 3 of 8 ground duels, 1. And then Iral duel completed 1 of the 2, last possession 18 times. All right, 18 times, a little bit too much for me right there. And on the defensive side, he had 1 clearance, 2 interceptions, 1 tackle, and 1 dribbled pass. All right, so that is big bad KC Palmer for us. All right, yes. Kemari Newton said, special man, focus on what JD saying, please, cause such man a baller. Okay. All right. Pagan says, give me a shirt, JD. I don't know if you want me to take out a shirt out of my place, and I don't know I'm gonna get it to you. All right. Yes. But I hope the person don't take it disrespectful, all right? Because I'm just giving my take as to how I look at something. JD, your show started fine, except the pillar men are trying to disrupt. Well, no, I just gave my take on it, and I think that is good, so I don't have to have the same take again. All right, yes, so that's why it's good to answer something. Always tuning in. Big up yourself, massive respect. All right, so people get the likes up as what we have said. KC loses the ball too much for my comfort, but when he's in his area as an attacking midfielder, I think it's not so bad because he's creating things, and that's what we lack, a creator. All right, yes. Right, yes. Big up, Eagle Republic. Yes, man, a lot of persons here from very, very early. We are always grateful for that. And please, guys, subscribe to the channel. We need like 20 more subscribers to hit 10,200. So we're on our way to 11,000, hopefully 15,000 very soon. But it's only you guys can take us there. All right, so that's 2 of our players them that featured so far on our list. And then now we have this list now, which is not one that most people want to speak on because we have some trouble with one of our defenders, which is Deshaun Bernard. Deshaun Bernard looks like he's carrying a niggle. All right, it looks like he's carrying a niggle. We have Bailey Kadamateri that is still eligible for Jamaica, but you guys said you don't want to hear nothing about him, so I prefer not to speak on that player. All right, until he comes to play for Jamaica. All right, yes, but Deshaun Bernard injured, and we are still waiting for him to return. All right, and I heard that it was in training, so we have to wait and see what he has to offer in the end. All right. So they lost their game 2-0, which is tough for them because they are trying to fight to get out of the relegation. All right, which is important, very, very much important. I do like it. I do like it what they're doing, and they put themselves in a good position. 1 or 2 wins definitely will take them, put them up the ladder. So they need a win. They went on a good spell of winning games, but they just dropped off. All right. New Media said gave away a jersey or ticket is one way to support the boys, and loyal subscribers can donate such item, and it makes the show up more appealing. Well, New Media 1876, I don't need to give away anything at any time. I understand what you're saying, but I don't need to, because clearly you don't know anything about me. All right, yes, and what I've done. So I have set the tone for these things, so I can do it whenever I do feel fit. What I do here is to bring attention to players, what you don't know about, and try and give you what they are doing on a daily basis. I don't surround my program about money. I surround it about values, which is football we're talking about. So if that's not going to be the main basis of it, I am not interested. So I will keep it right there. I've done my take as to what I wanted to do. I've given away tickets and all of those stuffs. I don't need to put that as at my focus. All right, my focus is actually football. All right, yes, my focus is actually football. So if you think that is more appealing, me giving away things, I think something you're looking at life the wrong way. All right, yes, and I don't compete with people. All right, yes, I don't need to. Dockland says, JD, a cost low about losing the ball, but when KC do it, no. Dockland, if a man is attacking midfielder and he's playing through the line balls, Low is a centre back and also a more defensive midfielder, or has a defensive job in a 8. So his ability is not to play ball through no lines. So he's losing the balls in dangerous areas. So it's completely different. All right. Talk about Bailey Kadamati. I would just leave that for now because they are complaining. Hutchinson is our best player in the championship. Kadamati can never play for Jamaica. He can still play for Jamaica, so that is a misinformation right there. Any updates on Blake? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that as well. In my opinion, the fight for EPL promotion is more exciting than EPL relegation. So can we have a pillar crew and a shirt crew? That person must be new JD. I tell you what. That's what I've said to him. For me, I don't want people to because when I just came on YouTube, people see me as that trying to give away things to get a forward or because sometimes the processing is very terrible for most of these people. I have to be honest. So me, I'm not even trying to entertain that thing. You get me? All of these things that you think of and it happened already, it was me that started it. So I don't need to prove myself anymore. All right? So the shirt, you're not going to get it. If you want me to pay for a CXC subject for you, I might would do that. Or pay for you to go to a work, I might would consider that. Because you know why? When I do something of that sort, then I know that you're going to improve on yourself and do better for yourself. And that is the things that I want to involve in. All right? I'm not going to give you something for you to continue to go to a party and then bring your life down. I want to give you something that you can step your life up. All right? Yes, so that is my take. Cads will play for Jamaica. Scored, yeah man. But I will not fight those people. All right? Supporting the boys is football. We rally and support the boys. But okay, all right then. New media. 1876. If you want to give away things, you can give it away. You can announce it in the chat. JD is support for the boys. JD is not promotion. all right. So when it comes to the time, new media, and you so desperately want to go to the game, if you so desperately want to go to the game, all games. Once people ask me for tickets, I've always paid for it. Always. Since I'm on YouTube. Always. Alright? So if you so desperately want to go to a Jamaica game, I have not found so much of those people because sometimes we had tickets and we couldn't find people to give the tickets to. So new media, at least you know that once you come here and it's a game day and Jamaica playing inside Jamaica, tickets will be here for you to get. Alright? Yes. So don't worry yourself. Let me move on from the tickets begging series. All right. Yes. So you cement your spot, new media, to get a ticket. So don't let me hear you go anywhere else to beg any more ticket. All right. So you will have ticket every single day, every single game Jamaica playing, any one of the games. All right. Yes. Any one of the games you ask me, I will give you the ticket for anyone. So if anybody clip you. Begging tickets anywhere else, that means you're broken the contract. All right? That means you're broken the contract. Simple as that. So I am going to put you under heavy security now. Heavy security you're under now. Heavy security. You have just signed a deal. Since you since you wanted the tickets them, you just signed a deal. All right? So see if you ever hear you ask nobody for no more ticket, watch. Give me the money for the subjects. All right? So Jamaica won't be first choice. What? AJD, the same way him did beg such man special a Dolly Sunday. I don't know about these things. We gone off the block. Let me continue with our football, people. Because I don't know how we went there. JD, the next man them, I go ask you for give away some pillow. Pillow is very good because you could go to bed early, actually go to bed and not dance and get some sleep so you could be more productive tomorrow morning. So I think pillow is something that I would actually consider giving away. So all I'm asking you, hit the like button. New media, go for 10 of your phones all around the place and hit the like button because at least you have just signed a contract for free tickets. for whenever you want to go to games. Just make up some games and I will give you the money to go to the games. It's not even a problem. All right. Yes. So that is not a problem for me. So, anyways, Bristol won over Plymouth. Rotherham finally won a game over Millwall, which is a good one. Then we have Huddersfield versus Stoke. I was looking for Daniel Johnson. And it looks like Daniel Johnson keep on just not getting in the team. He's in on the bench or off the bench. So that is definitely tough. Sunderland versus Blackburn 5-1, which is a big score. Then we had our boy Coupier versus Swansea. We had Jamal Lowe to look for in that game. As you saw, Jamal Lowe started and played 67 minutes. So he's getting back to his level. Remember that he was injured big time before. We never even expected him to come here. So that tells you how much that guy loved Jamaica, because he was on a season-ending injury and he came here the 3rd week after. So that tells me that he appreciates getting called up for Jamaica, and that's what he said. He never got called up for the longest time. Confirmed what I was telling you guys. All right. Had 27 touches, 11 of 17 on his passes, which is 65%. Key passes 2 and crosses 1 of 4. Big chances created 1 right here. And then he tried a dribble that was not good. Ground duel 1 of 7. Aerial duel 0 of 1. And last possession 14 times. Committed 2 fouls and was fouled once and had a dribble pass. All right, they lost the game in the end, but we still have a big up Jams Low just the same. And then now we had West Brom versus Watford, another draw for Watford and also West Brom. So both of them sliding down the table. All right, so let me take some more of the comments and then we can go through to the big bad dude in the championship. All right, Pillow is very good. All right. Oh, Lord. All right. So let me check the likes. All the people working the likes. All right. We're just on 92 likes and we have almost 200 people here. That tells you that maybe they're not supportive as to how they are acting in the chat, because they want so much money from me, but yet still they don't support the content. I don't know. Kool-Aid man, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Tennessee in the building. Massive respect as well for the continuous support. 1D low, the real low. All right, I will donate a couple tickets to give away. You answer a Reggae Boyz history question and win a ticket for game on Jamaica. We want a stadium atmosphere to actually get the job done. So if you wanted to give away tickets, you should have started from there and give it away. All right, I have no problem. Yeah, we have no problem. I don't think tickets given away was the problem for the National Stadium New Media. I think it was people's interest was the problem from day one. And I don't think we have done anything to address that. You know, that is what I think is the problem. I think it's the opposite way you're looking at it. So the only thing I think we have done is to maybe like YouTube places to drum up the excitement of the new players, them coming in and stuff. So it could have actually garnered some persons to come out of their houses. But aside from that, I don't think I've seen enough from the JFF, maybe on the side of putting out more information to the people, like more interviews so people could get familiar with the players. But I think they still need to do more. They still need to do more. All right, that's just a fact. All right, they still need to do more for my liking. All right, yes. And Samson said, JD, I would like to see Joel Latibodier in the only midfield position, because I see that when he got a lot of time on the ball, he's better. Yes, I actually think he would have been better in the system. I think people trying to apply the same attitude when he was playing 2 in midfield, rather than when they have 4 across, because the wing backs then became a part of the midfield as well to assist the midfielders them. So it's easier and they do have less pressure because they have 3 defenders behind them. So that's what we do in our history. Make up the story to fit one of the weaker players them and then the stronger players them, which should have carried us over the line, we try to make sure we put them in the worst position to fail, and then once we should give them that opportunity again, we have always failed to do so. I do believe that the Latibodia would have done a better job than Damian Lowe in midfield now, with the actual security behind him. And that's just my take. He's a better footballer, better footballing IQ, and I think and he dictates the tempo way better. And that's what I would have preferred in my midfield. That's just my take. Kevin, big up yourself. Come on, I said, but JD, you can't expect better. I told you the same way them rush such man for special at Dali Sunday. But I don't know, Kemai. I don't know what is Dali Sunday. I don't know nothing at all, you know. Can I get a free ticket for Copa America? Well, we will think about that, all right, because Copa America is more expensive. So we will think about that. And we have to ensure that you're going to go there if we are going to buy a ticket for you, all right? Yes, we have to ensure that you're going there. We are not going to give tickets away and then a man turn around and sell the ticket, all right? So that means if you're going to buy any ticket for overseas, that means you have to be in the match, record in the match, take a picture, every identification possible, we are going to want it. With God blessings, with me more life, I will be there with the family. So I will like few tickets, Martin. But remember, we always wanted you to go to games, you know, man. Pagan, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. We need to play our part as well. But new media. The problem with your new media, you're coming here talking, and you're not talking accurate because you have just burst on the scene. You have just burst on the scene, and then you are acting as if nobody played their parts, which is a lie. Because people in the chat telling you that you must be new. You understand me? To think that let me be honest, frank with you. I actually think the top vloggers them in this category for the last 4 years have done more for Jamaica national teams as it relates to promotion than the JFF. Every single one of them by themselves. Every single one of them. All top bloggers have done more for Jamaica national teams as it relates to promotion and getting people in the stadium than the JFF. And I'm not asking you. And if they are going to be honest, they would have told you. And I think they have been honest because anytime they're trying to promote something, they gave it to the vloggers. So, new media, please, just stop, all right? Because you're talking some very much inaccurate statement and you could lead it down the line to think that people ain't doing their jobs. And I do think that every top blogger here actually done their jobs. All right? Yes. If you have bought 1 ticket or 3 tickets, I think majority of the top bloggers, they might be buying from 50 tickets over to 250 tickets. All right? Yes. All of the big channels them might buy over 200-300 tickets in 4 years. I don't know what more you would want to ask for. It's because it's like you want me to work or money and then come and take it out and give it away. All right, I've done enough of that, and I don't think it turned out well. So enough is enough. Big boss, let me focus on football now, sir. I am 1 hour away from the stadium. Okay, that is very good. Why this show turned into begging, I don't know. They have always turned it into something else. Talking football talk now. This Sterling guy, everybody I go crazy for. I don't see nothing special about him. Well, new media. There is levels to life. He might not look special in and around England players them. But how much of our players could truly look special in and around England players them? Because I know you're lying, you know. But aside from you lying, how much of our local players them we can pick up and our international players and say that they fit in against the English players them? None. Leon Bailey only. That is the only proof we have. Leon Bailey only. But my brother, the kid is is special in terms of CONCACAF and even more special in terms of our pool that we have. And that's how you have conversation, new media. You put it in context and dissect it from there. And that's where I've smoked you, and I don't think I'm going to take any more of your comments then. That's your feelings. Okay, cool. But he lose the ball too much in midfield. All right. That was related to Casey Palmer. I don't know if it's 50-50. JD, you go Dolly Sonny. No, I don't know about it. I don't I don't know about it. All right. More negativity than positive. Media that's tapping man, and that's going to be business, man. You have two positive vlogger. You have two positive vlogger, new media. Two positive vlogger. Let me tell you the two positive vloggers. I think people can name them. The two positive vloggers. No, I would only say only one positive vlogger here in the space. If you want to hear about Jamaica being the greatest sensation and everything about that and nothing on a daily basis, all right? Please just go over to Simon Preston. All right, I can tell you that. JD, you don't know nothing about CONCACAF football. Why I don't know. I think you're losing your mind. All right, yes, because everybody that I've told you that will translate, and over the years, everybody that you guys told me is the greatest thing, turn out exactly as to what I've said. All right, and I think it's gonna continue being the same way. All right, so check my track record, Mr. New Media. Change it to 6, not 876. Yes, so Simon Preston is the positivist vlogger. He doesn't report on nothing. He just talks about any youth coming through or whatever the situation is. So the daily context, he doesn't do that. So he didn't have a chance to be negative or give his true opinion on it. You understand me? We are doing a daily update as to if a player plays good or bad. And what that does is actually give you more personality, give you more of the person itself, because you're gonna hear we give our takes on different subjects. All right, yes, yeah, man. If he continues and like that, we're just gonna block him from the show. I am going to block him from the show, so don't worry yourself. I just keep it respectful, and that's about it. All right. All right. No problem. Jamaican family vibes. I have no problem, but the same condition applies to it. All right. Yes. All right. Let me move on now. So we have another solid player, as what we just talked about, guys. One of the players them that fit in any places. Omari Hutchinson. Him and his team is fighting for a promotion. Something that he told the coach that he wanted to focus on. And he's focusing on it. Obviously, you saw here he got the lowest scored, or the second lowest scored, Tuanzebe. Also, with him, had the two lowest scores, which is 6.2 each. Yes, played 90 minutes. Yeah, 27 touches. Out of that 27 touches, he had 11 of 11 passes, which is 100% right there. 2 crosses failed on the day, and his dribbles only had 2 dribbles because he was playing Southampton. So Southampton's positioning and style of play is completely different. All right, failed on both of the dribbles and had only 2 battles out of 9 in ground duels. Last position 10 times, committed 1 foul, and he had some defensive shifts that he had to put in, 2 tackles and 2 interceptions. But he was also dribbled past 3 times, which is not good. So the stats explains it all. It was not one of his best games. They still turn out to win the game 3-2, which keeps them atop of the league with around 6 games to go. All right, so that is very, very good position to put themselves in. Leeds also won, so that puts Leeds in second spot as well to close it off. So amazing times for Big Bad Omari Hutchinson. Amazing time for him, and that's why we need to listen when people talk and follow up the conversation. Follow up the conversation, because it's always important to follow up the conversation, guys. All right, because now we get to see to see that the guy was correct in his assessment as it relates to he wanted time to really sit down and process what's going on, try to get a contract, and he thinks that this is the best way. Getting a team promoted to the Premier League, one of the best feats in football at this present moment. They will not let him into Dallas Sunday because the Pillow Gang are the security. All right, big of yourself, Mario Logan. Big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. Simon deals with facts rather than engaging in speculation. Well, these are different subjects we're talking about, Mr. Lee. I have always, anytime I've said anything about Simon here, you have always been one of the first persons to respond, which I respect it as well. We have dealt with it, not speculations here, Mr. Lee. We have dealt with facts. The player, the agent for the person said that he's wanted by Belgium and other places. We have dealt with the facts. We have dealt with the game's results. 3-1 just a while ago. Those are all facts. The difference is we have dealt with daily matters, which you cannot refute what we're saying. And that's what we have just said. We said Simon don't do what we do. And that is just the facts right there, Lee, whether you like it or not. So everybody get their credit. All right? Yes. I am not here to push people over where they are not. All right? Yes. And this was not about Simon. It was about what he was looking for, positive. So it was a context to my answer. All right? Yes. Well, all I know, I deal with facts every single time, just to say, Mr. Lee. It's just the difference, as what I've just said to you. My facts sometimes, you can't manage it because I've dealt with every daily situation. So everything on topic. That is the difference. So I was correct from day one in my statement. JD, new media is all over the place trying to disrupt shows. Okay, well, I never knew because I barely, stay on after. So I will stay positive about such man in the Pillow Gang. They would not take those topics because those topics are already not positives, and that's exactly what we're trying to say from day one. All right, trying to say from day one. All right, yes. Mercurial facts. All right, so let me move on to the rest of the other conversation, and then we can take some a few calls because this is only going to go 2 hours, and we have already passed what 1 hour so far. Thanks for everyone hitting the like button and supporting our actual style of facts that we bring out every single day. All right, yes. Maybe a lot don't like it, but tell you what, you know where to find the other facts than what you're looking for. We just direct you to there. All right, so you go over there and subscribe to that. All right, yeah. But if you want a daily stream that chop up everything that's in the news and break it down from a person learning football, this is the place to come. All right, yes. Let me move on to the lower leagues, because I've kept an eye on these lower leagues players, because I do believe that some of them can even do better. All right, yes. So I wanted to just give you the games that played in the lower league. All right, so we have Reading. Reading had 5-2 yesterday. Still waiting to see our boy show up in that 5-2. Still waiting to see that, but I have not seen it as yet. All right, yes, I'm waiting to see if he will get some game time. Who am I talking about? We are talking about Boyce Clark. We are waiting on him to get some game time. Started the season, but he got an injury, and since then he has not really been making the lineup, none at all. All right, so yet again we have not seen him. So I'm hoping that he gets some game time, because I truly believe that he has the potential to be very, very good. All right, yes. Dark Beskar, they're not messing up the show. That's the type of person I'm always going to address it. I'm not going to move on. I am not afraid of people. I have balls. That is the difference that I've always said. And it's not going to change. You know? They only hear their feelings. But I'm going to call them out directly. Yes, so Reading, Boyce Clark is still there, but not getting much game time. He's either between the lower level are making the bench. So that is something we have to look at. All right, so now we have Barnsley. Barnsley is with one of the players then that most people said that can play for Jamaica. All right, that's the forward guy. But we also have John Russell, and John Russell got the start. So we're going to talk about John Russell right here. All right, but we have Devante Cole, Devante Cole. He came in the 75th minute. All right, yes. But as what I've said, he has not looked impressive. Since I am watching him, I can't tell you much more stories. All right, he has not been lighting it up or anything. All right, but he showcased that he has some skill set that he could further score some goals. But I have not seen it as yet, so I'm not going to come and pretend. All right, yes. Phone, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. I just joined the chat. Can you repeat which? No, I have not named any club because they have not named any club. All right, they have not named any club. They just go through the territories. So, for instance, Portugal, Belgium, MLS. Those are the areas where they are getting people monitoring him to go. All right, or would have done a deal. All right, yes. So that's where it's coming from. So I have not named any club, but it even to get those conversations going, I still think it's impressive. All right, so I had to give the guy some ear time because I do think it's worth it, and it was not a controversial stream or anything. It's just some of the commenters them came in and they wanted to fight like every day. All right, yes. So 55 touches. Out of the accurate passes is 41 of 44, which is 93%. Long balls 2 of 2. All right, 2 of 2. Shots off target 2 and 1 shot blocked. And then ground duels 2 of 5, and aerial duel 1 of 2. And then last possession 5 times. And in his defensive department, you had 1 clearance, 1 interception, 2 tackles, and 1 dribble pass. So that is Russell. Russell can play multiple positions in the midfield. All right. So he's one of the guys that I do believe that never got a true shot in the national team. I thought that maybe he never brought the customary tools what most of these Jamaican coaches likes, which is the big, fast and strong style. So and most of the people also sell that same narrative. You get me? Yes. So that's what I thought most people never liked about the player. But I do believe that the player brought something different. All right. And if they have given the opportunity, I think he would have impressed just like Karai Anderson and others. All right. That's what I think. I actually don't think we have a midfield problem. I think we are just not picking the midfielders them because we have to, as what people said, we have to have the soldiers them. You know, because we have to have the soldiers them. We have to just do it. You know. Yeah. So that's how it is. I don't think we actually have a midfield problem. Let me see who agree with me. I don't think we actually have a midfield problem. We have the midfielders them. We're just not picking the midfielders them. That's what I do believe. All right. I don't know what people want to say about that. Warren said, JD, don't worry. You bring sense out of you bring sense out of nonsense, bro. You stay on the course. No man. JD, the comment was not directed to you at you. It was about Simon's channel. But I've named what Simon's channel is about. I had actually started to give Simon only a positive comment to say that if you want a positive channel that just put on AI and just say some things, and then Simon will stay positive. So that's a two thing that Simon do over there. Simon is working with the AI. So I don't know what to say to you. Over here we bring extreme passion, footballing knowledge, footballing education, and truths and facts. But we don't have any AI as yet. That's the only thing we don't have. So I just said, just if you like what the man bring, I am advocating for people to sign up to Simon's channel, but I am not going to change the facts because he just said about facts. Well, Simon is over there with the AI. Every video me press is an AI me here. The Mercurian talent. Kaheim Dixon. That is a fact. That is a fact. You see it? That's what me I try to show you. So that means it's just what you want to hear. All right? Because that is not a fact. No. I am not going to disrespect any vlogger. I'm just making fun. Simon make jokes off me every single day. Oh, I do talk. All right, guys. So I can run joke about Simon and his AI channel. So don't think it's anything bad I'm saying about Simon. All right. I'm just running joke and giving you what I bring, you know? Yes. So, anyways, uh, um, who are who are the midfielders they are not picking? As what we just said, Karai Anderson is one. John Russell is two. Those are two midfielders added. KC Palmer, Daniel Johnson, Ravel Morrison. Those are the midfielders. We just have. I know you guys don't want me to mention nobody in the USL and those places, so I just named so much. So the fact that we can't find two, it doesn't come down to we can't find two. We just never selected the two. We just have learned from what I've been telling you, Mr. Lee, facts. When I came here and told you that Jamal Lowe was not called. They picked Whisper and those guys over Jamal Lowe at the time. And you hear the man come and tell you, say, yes, I was not called for the longest while. But every time I do come, I'm glad to represent Jamaica. You think he said that by accident? You see it, Lee? So these are things that people wouldn't have said. And I have said it. That's the difference, Lee. So you need me, you need Simon, and you need the AI as well. So just respect Big Bad Lee, like how you talk, all right? So big up yourself, take care. All right, yeah man. Big up, big move that for Kaheim. All right, JD, I don't want any tickets. Just give me a recap on Dixon. All right, just pull back the video. Just pull back the video. Just pull back the video, and we started on Dixon. We talked highly on Dixon, but now we have to focus on a few of the players them that most of the people them don't know, and I've been tracking the progress of them to show you where they're gonna go, and when they get called up, you can remember that it's JD been over here talking about them. All right, yes. So Mr. Lee can respect my knowledge of the game. Yes. I need some respect from Mr. Lee. So, Karai Anderson, not in the team, but as you know, for the entire year, sometimes he's in the team, sometimes he's not. But we have Big Bad Hector, continues his super form back in his club, which is Charlton. So you can go there and take in Big Bad Hector. 90 minutes played, 7 clearances, 3 interceptions, 3 tackles. All right. So defensive end, he's stacked with it. 5 of 6 ground duels, 3 of 5 aerial duels, which is a big human being. So it's not saying it's easy, but those are the skills. Those are the things that we expected him to have. All right. Yes. So committed 1 foul and was fouled twice. Had 67 touches of the ball. Completed only 61% on his passes, which is 30 of 47. So normally this man is always clean on the ball. So you know that they're under heavy attack for him to be failing in those passes. All right. Yes. And tried 16 long passes. So that's where his balls went away. All right. So 10 of the balls of the long actually failed. Let me make sure, because I've said some too much wrong words right there for the Jamaican segment. Yes, so that is Big Bad Michael Hector. Need to improve on the long plays, Yes, the long plays. All right. JD, the overlord, you should be a agent. You have always picking the best out of the rest. Yeah man. But I'm gonna make it one day, man. I'm going to make it one day. People always saw my talent and want to give me the credit. Yes, I had Duckland and Jason. I had to leave those words. Too much of the joining up words that don't work well in Jamaica. I am seen, so I had to just say, tell you what. I have nothing to do with this. Nothing. Like Jose Mourinho. Nothing at all. All right? JD, these players you're talking about, what level they are playing, it honestly, if they don't have the IQ like such man, leave them. Okay. All right. Come on. The level of England football is way superior than majority of the leagues in our region. I'm very sorry. All right. All right. Big up Cranky. Yes. All right. Mr. United said, JD have good football knowledge, but no vloggers talk down to their subscribers like JD. Moral is very is they all have good and bad in them. Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. United. You said that I talked down to my subscribers. I don't know where you get that from. Still, maybe you are not comprehending well. All right, so no, you're gonna say that I'm talking down to you when I've just used a statement. I used a good phrase to put something, but because I've used a word that you don't like, you're gonna say I'm talking down to you. So I'm not gonna take that, Mr. United. I'm gonna just leave you alone with the wars. All right. Anyways, no. So this is the one that I was interested in, Mr. United, Mr. Warboat United. All right. Mr. Warboat United. This is the one that I'm interested in. All right. Yes. Because I know you're lying on me. This is the one that is very much important, and this is the kid that I'm not gonna stop champion, which is Malik Mothersil, because we said this is the thing that here he said, you see, he proved it. So, well, you know what people have seen for you now, Mr. United, what you think is people talking down to people. All right. Yes, because I have said that you have not comprehended what I've said before. And that's the reason why you think that I'm talking down to someone. So why you couldn't say, elaborate on what you have just said, so I can understand it in different terms. Tell you what, if you think me talking down to people in this space and I'm the worst, oh my God, you have not watched videos as yet. Leave it alone. Anyways, so Malik Mothersil, what we have identified now, we can say that even though Johnson Clark Harris is a high level finisher, maybe one of the best on our list of forwards, natural forwards that we could have, I do believe that they are showing that they are ready to invest in Mothersil over Johnson Clark Harris. All right, that's what we are seeing here, because they're starting him and also they are bringing him on ahead of Johnson Clark Harris. So even though he might not be the full starter, he is still one of the ones them that they are looking forward to. So that means they're seeing his progression. He's scoring, assisting, and linking up plays well. All right, so I could say that he definitely reaches the League One level at this point. And obviously, he's going to keep on gradually improved. He's coming from Chelsea, which most of you guys knew that. Played under 18s and dominated under 18s. Played U21s and was okay in U21s. And now he's at this level. So let us see where he goes. But for me, I have stood on it. I would take him over the next striker that's scoring more goals. Because I think that by next year, he's going to be ahead of him. That's what I do think. All right? Mr. United, you heard me call out Chris Smith and said I don't work with decent people. I had said that. I said that, you know. JD, do you have any update on new players to the Jamaican team? Joan, that's why I'm talking about these players, to put them out there to show you what they're doing. So if we say we want strikers, this is a striker, Malik Mothersil, that I think we should have on the radar. You know, I think we should bring him in, not just because you're in the Premier League, but what you're actually doing on the field and what fits your system. So I have seen him, and I think that he could fit the system because he can play isolation wings in the 3-5-2 setup, like what we saw the other day with Jamal Lowe and the Cephas, very much wide apart. He can play that system good, can play as a lone striker, he can play as a central forward. So his expertise, I think, he's ahead of all of our young players in the striker department. All of them, and maybe except Hutchinson. Except Hutchinson, he's ahead of all of them based on his progression now. Others could be better than him in a few months, but I don't see it as yet, you know? Yes. Morning, Robert Hamilton. Thanks for being here. How are you doing? Guys, please do it, like button, share, and subscribe. What we're going to do, we're going to take a few calls. Greg Lee looks like he's nursing an injury, so we need to watch out for that. So we have Greg Lee, Andre Blake, Deshaun Bernard, all nursing injuries at this point. All right, I'm going to try and get the injury report on Andre Blake so we can keep that up. So 3 of our players nursing injuries at this point. All right, and you know we have the same Ethan Pinnock and Amari Bell most of them, we don't know when they're coming back. Omari Bell, I think he might just miss the entire, even the next game. The next game coming for Jamaica. It's possible that he might just miss that, all right? Ellie Sims at Coventry is eligible for Jamaica. No, but we have talked about the young under 20 guys. Them these are under 20 guys. All right, Ellie Sims. I think Ellie Sims might be just 23, something like that. He's around 23. Yes, so I wouldn't put him in the bracket of the under 20s. Them. All right. Yes. Bless of yourself, one love, massive respect. Thanks for being here. All right. Yes. All right. So yes, Bell. I think Bell will be out long, but I don't know. Maybe it might just come right back at the close to end, like a week or two before, and then you can't use him because you're gonna say that he's out for 3 months. So you're not playing football for 3 months, and then you're coming off an injury, and to get straight back up to speed, I think that is too much to ask. We have to be honest to ourselves and unbiased. That would be too much to ask. To just take him, just drop him, just throw him back into the team. I think we have to just work with the ones them that we have, the left backs them, the natural left back in Greg Lee, and then Latibodier and Dexter can go over there and play over the left hand side. So we have to just work with what we have, and I think the first set of internationals, like the Copa, he might miss that, and he might miss the World Cup qualifiers as well, the first ones them. But I think he should be back by maybe July, fully fit. Yeah. Because you want to give him time to heal and such, yeah? Lance Blake said the non-selection of Madasil is a black eye. I don't know if it's a non-selection. I didn't come from that standpoint because remember he had said that he's going to do his paper the last time I heard from him. But I don't know if he got his paper. I, for one, know that it's very hard to get documents in Jamaica. Not just, even being a Jamaican, it's hard to get documents sometimes. So imagine, and when I say that, meaning born Jamaican. So the fact that he is not a born Jamaican, so some of the documents, they might take a little bit longer. So I am not going to be the one to say that he has the paper. All right? I'm not going to be the one to say that. Yes, I do follow the JPL, but not as the highest level. Not because some of the games them and the timing is too late. Yes, too late. So some of them I have to follow back like in my spare time. So I've no disrespect, but I've not followed the JPL to the highest level. Yeah, but at the same time I know that others do. So that's why I've left out the JPL and concentrate on maybe some of the main young players in the JPL to put with who I am looking for in these areas. All right. So I've still find a way to put everyone in it, but not necessarily just talk about the JPL itself. But I still pick out the young talents them that I do see and try and watch them as much. So that's all I have done it. So I'm not perfect, but I've tried to give you as much accuracy as possible. All right. Yes. So let me give the number right here, and so people can call in and give their takes on each matters. We are going to only go up to the 2 hour mark. All right. Yes. All right. So the 2 hour mark we are only going to go up to, and you can give your take on it. So we're talking about Kaheim Dixon. We're going to talk about Cowan. We have to give him his credit. We talked about all the young players that we're seeing performing. Who you think should come in and what you think the coach should be doing. And just those are the things that we're going to stay on. All right. Yes. So that is the number. So you can call in and I can just try and link it to this. All right. So the number is pinned. The number is pinned. All right. So Cranky said, do we really need a player who struggles to get into Rangers first team? I think we need to focus on midfielders or players who can convert to midfield. All right. So, well, how we would have work on that now? We have to look at the body of work from the player, which is good. He has played in several leagues, championship, and most English places as well. Played in Chelsea as well, and then play in the Scottish league. But remember, it all comes down to who you're rivaling with. Because look at this now. Let me show you this example. So, for instance, you're in the MLS, and you guys rate Damian Lowe highly. Not because the MLS is lower than lower than the Premier League. If you had rated Damian Lowe as a Premier League player, and then the personnel has to fight with fight for a position over Damian Lowe, and you rate him as a Premier League player, that is the position that he will be fighting for. So sometimes the league you're looking at are not necessarily the players that the person fighting the position, the fighting for the position. That is very much important as well, Don't let me know, Cranky, if you buy into that one. All right, yes, because sometimes all right. So look at it now. Lembekisa is dubbed as maybe one of the futures for not dubbed. He is the future of Wolves. But he came here and persons thought that Javier Brown was better than him. Lati Bodier is in that position. Not because Lati Bodier, not because Lembekisa don't make the position, meaning he's a bad player for Jamaica team. It's just because maybe Lati Bodier was better than him, or Omari Bell was just better than him. And even though Jamaica ranked third. You understand me? So that's where I was coming from. So sometimes people can be playing in a league fighting for a position, but that doesn't mean that they are not good. If you're going to use the league to determine how good they are, it has to go with the player's position that he's fighting for. All right? So if you have a next person that is a top level player playing in there and maybe moving in a year or two, and you can't get any game time over him, I think that counts as something. Let me know your thoughts. All right? It might be hard to make it, but not impossible. But the future looks bright. All right. So let me know. All right. So I have the number pinned. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Damien Dash says Ranger is a big team. Yes, I think Ranger is a good team. Ranger is a good team. But on the level that Cranky talking, I could agree with what he's saying. All right. Yes, so let me take this call. So Pastor called in. So let me give Pastor. Hello, Pastor. Good afternoon. How are you doing? All right.
All those in the chat and those who will watch. I am doing fair to find, all things considered.
So which one of the points you wanted to talk on? Because it called him.
I would want to begin where you start the program with the eyes that are on Kaheim Dixon.
Okay.
Credit to a player when there are those around in the administrative positions that realize that you are a hard worker and you are willing to learn. So, I mean, you have to credit a man for those characteristics and those displays. So kudos to him. I hope that he benefits from all the onlookers. And he lands somewhere.
I'm going to let you speak, but Craig says you only, Pastor, get 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. So continue, sorry. Alright, so you get 15 more seconds and your 5 minutes.
Tell Craig that I am not one of those that can be muzzled. The scripture says you should not
Pastor,
muzzle.
The man said, Pastor, the man, nobody said they're going to muzzle you. The man just said to you that it's 5 minutes alone you should get. The man never said, the man never try muzzle you.
Yes.
So now you should work out what you can say in the 5 minutes.
No. That's exactly what he's trying to do. You see this Americanized Republican practice that they have brought to the platform.
Yeah, but Pastor, muzzle me. You know what the muzzle means. And if the man say I only get 5 minutes, you can still say
and that's what he's No. Because I said I would like to start. No, listen. You see, you don't understand their gymnastics with the language, you know. Because I say I would like to start with this. He wants to tell me now that I can only speak on so many points. So 5 minutes, and only what fit in 5 minutes can work. That's what he's doing. And I am seeing way beyond what he's doing. Yes. His intrusion into my input is not going to be tolerated. He's been very bad. No. Let me continue because the man deserves him little flowers as he have earned, and not concentrate on people like Craig. These are distractors. So kudos to Mr. Dixon, and I hope that he lands where it is better for him to continue his development upward on an upward trajectory. So he goes where he's learning more so that he will be able to earn the big bucks in the future, not too far away, even if he doesn't start earning it immediately. So, yeah, good for Mr. Dixon, good for the program in Jamaica. The next thing I would like to speak on, JD, is I am one of those who believe that the strategy that the coach believes he needs to succeed, you have to allow him to use it.
Okay, nice.
But it's his job. We don't get paid to do that, and we don't lose anything when he loses his job. So you have to allow him to do it. However, it speaks to a reality that we are not utilizing, because it's not that Casey Palmer is not a very good midfielder. It's that the role he is asked to play in the midfield is not his most productive position. The person who is on in the team that can play that position has not been trusted enough or given the opportunity to play that role. And they have gone as far as to put a makeshift person there because the coach is trying to achieve something. And I am not beating the coach because he has those decisions to make. I'm just agreeing with the fact that our problem in midfield is not as big as the player quality that we have. So we have competent midfielders that, if placed in their most productive positions, they are of good enough quality to make our midfield significantly better than we have utilized. So if you have AC playing at the top of the midfield, that's where he should play, so he's creating. And you have somebody like Kiroy, who is a natural deep line midfielder, CDM, that can play box to box just.
Pastor? Hold on. Look, I passed that chip out, people. 1 second, let me change my internet so I can get Pastor back on the phone. Pastor? Alright, yeah, so you're back. It looked like my internet connection went down. So I just changed it to the next internet. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I believe that if we put the players, and even though some people say John Russell moves slow, John Russell is a CDM. He's not going to run up and down over the place like a madman, trying to be in every position while not being in any. So if we pick horses for courses, because it's not every team you want a certain player playing against, and then you change strategies based on opponents. So I agree with the fact that we have better quality midfielders to play in certain places. I have not seen Jamaica use Johnson as that explosive person at the top of the midfield. He's always asked to play midfield, but given the duty to defend rather than to create. It's not his best position. And I believe anybody that accepts the call to be in a squad is going to play any position. If the coach send me that goal, I'm going to keep in me, do. Because I came to play. So I'm going to put in a shift, which is what a lot of them has tried to do. So we keep fighting. I think our midfield quality is better than what we have displayed. Finally, I would want to say this. I know you have gone through your debacle in terms of document acquisition. JD, you were doing that by yourself. And there was no one that saw you as a prime commodity to aid you in acquiring your documents. Sure, this is a little Jamaican family, little ghetto place. We can handle them anyhow, we can do anything.
So, Pastor, see, you're disrespecting me? Said I'm a little dirty Jamaican when let me mute you dirty. The pastor feisty and bright. You know hearing people. Remember hang up him go ahead. You know just hang up him Ras. Me want you say fight. Me not call. Why am I called back? So why am I for use me as an example? Pastor,
Did you just cut off the call?
Yes, I cut off the call. I cut off the call.
This man is very wicked. No. Because now you're guilty. No, Jenny.
Yeah, but me never lie. I'm me cut off the call.
I'm not understanding. No,
I understand what you're saying, Carla. Yeah, but you could have just talked about the player and don't put me in the conversation. Don't you're too bright and feisty, but what people see me as. No, nobody don't see me like that. Are you see me like listen, no, Pastor, me gonna give you a chance. Let me talk. You gonna talk about the player again and you don't mention me night. Or me gonna hang you up again. People are slap this him go on with. Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead, Pastor.
I have never had any reason to disrespect the host of
So,
Imaxit
Pastor, I said you just continue. Pastor, why? No, me no want to hear you talk about it again. Just talk about what you talk about.
Anyway.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much. Pastor.
Let me say it this way. Until the Jamaica Football Federation and its affiliates treat the players that we need to be relevant in our football conversation as prime commodities and put in place policies and structures that show the importance of these players, we will be grappling with the perennial problems of document acquisition. As soon, and JD, it is not something hard to be done. As soon as a player is identified by the coach that this player can deal with what I intend to do, there should be a mechanism in place that gets assistance to the player so that the player don't have to stop doing what he or she is doing where they are and get the process done within a timely manner.
Okay, so Pastor, what we can do then, Pastor? I'm going to try and get the information from the player to see if the player has his papers. All right, Pastor?
Well, that will be appreciated for this player, you know. But I'm speaking to the broader perspective where we will have players who will have issues with the records or pertaining to their documentation. So the organization that is seeking to utilize the talents and prowess of these players, male and female, then we need to have a policy position on document acquisition. You have travel officers for every government institution. It is a thing. So it is not hard or far-fetched to get a travel officer assigned to the different territories from which we get these talents to parade for us. Get a travel officer assigned so the documents are vetted at the source, picked up and transported to the place of processing, and somebody is there to check on it being processed. Documentation for anybody anywhere in the world, in a modern world, is something that can be done expeditiously.
All right, Pastor. All right, so yeah.
Malik was 17 when he declared that he wanted to play for Jamaica. How old is he now? No, 19.
He's 20 now.
3 years.
All right, so Pastor, we are going to ask the fans them what's going on. You get 10, 15, 25 minutes already here, so we're going to take the next call.
I was disingenuously cut off.
All right, I was bye bye, Pastor. But him disingenuously cut off. I told him that I cut him off the phone because he was trying to use me as a example, and he's calling me little dirty boy. You understand me? So I couldn't take it anymore because the pastor is very disrespectful. You understand me? Mr. United, all me hear you call out pastor, say him disrespectful. All right? Oh my God. So people can call in, all right? Come on, you cuss out pastor. Come on, you should call in and give your take since you think pastor is not good enough. All right, Pastor called in and gave his take. All right, Mr. United said, Pastor is dancing to the beat of his own drum. This man has never cried peace. He dwell in turmoil. So, the pastor was attempting to slip that line without being noticed. But I sit back here and listen to these people when they call in you. And they always try to disrespect me for reasons I don't know. I have not done them anything. I had just given the platform. People said, why I give the pastor the platform? And then pastor come and disrespect me now. So I don't know. All right. So, oh my God. Oh my God. I am so done. You know? Okay. You had told him that he's disrespectful. All right, so people call in, give your take. Get us up to 200 likes on the video. Thanks for the lovely amount of likes you guys have put on the video so far. 160 odd. So let me get 30 more, and we are up to 2 bills. Yeah, man. Call in the program. Let me drop the number again so people can call in. The number is pinned. So give your take. We have these are good conversations, and not the most controversial to the pillar men. Yes, but it is still good conversation. We have a good player going overseas, are looking to go overseas. What could he do to improve his chances to go overseas? That is very much important as well. All right, so those are the little things that we are looking at. 80 football training. Big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Give me some update on Etienne. How is she doing at this point? Because he's a very talented player. Last week you were a fish out of water. This week you are on dirty boy. What happened next week? Oh my God. People, I was no fish last week. It was a lie. It was a lie. I was just trying to use but pastor said example my use. So yeah, at this point, I will just talk like Lee and talk like Simon, just read off of the thing them, and that's it. You understand me? Because I'm going to get myself in too much trouble because maybe I'm too expressive. You know? Yes, so I need to either get the AI like Simon or talk like Simon. Just talk on what I saw, read it out and done. All right? Because every day they find something else to tell me that I've said. I was trying to use an example and I used the word fish. All right? So you see what I was trying to say, Lee. That's why I was giving Simon respect, All right. But it just go down. I don't know. It's like everything, every time. Oh, oh my God. I remember said, JD, you know, talk about Saliba pocketing Haaland yet again. No, no, no. This time, that is a lie. I think Haaland pocketed himself, and I never wanted to talk about it because the man missed that. The man should have scored that one, big boss. So I'm not going to even talk about that. Saliba never pocket nobody. All right, yes, nobody at all. Haaland and Giddy Master pocketed themselves because these mans. You were because your husband that was a fake account. These fraudulent individuals made accounts to call people saying that I have a husband. I am so done with this. I'm just gonna give up. They're trying to get me. Alan pocketed himself. This man has no shit. I have to tell the truth because the man missed a ball from 2 yards. So what else I can come and tell people? Umzo, you never watched the game. What lie can I come and tell? I just said Haaland and Giddy Master they had all the chances in the world to do better, but they have done worse for themselves. Yes. Tamiyasu pocket your brother Doku. Gabriel pocket brother, you never watch no game. I'm mad to see I talk about. Doku passed everybody so much time in that game. You thought he played 90 minutes. Doku might pass everybody on Arsenal team in 15 minutes than what City did what Arsenal did in the entire 90 minutes. So how can somebody pocket Doku when him actually passed everybody? Every time. He just made the wrong decision every time. So how can a man be pocketed? Just sit down here, Jason. Just sit down, man. Foolishness you talk about. Well, Tamiyasu never put himself in the position. The last kick of the ball, the man got away in the 18-yard box and failed to put it on target. So who he passed? Everybody else then. Well, Tamiyasu should have just put himself there for him to pass him. So how can a man complain? Say the man not pass. I know it's who in front of him, people. He's passing everybody in front of him. So Jason making up stories at this point. The last play, the man passed everybody that he was in line with, and failed to link up a play. So then it's just who he was playing against. So Jason, you're making fantasy now, my brother. All right? Yes. You're making fantasy at this point. Yes. You mean the useless drip? No, he got. That is what I don't like with you. You can't just give people them credit because the man did pass them. That's why we are criticizing him on the poor delivery that he puts on after. We have to criticize him because he passed them over and over. All right. So give a man him credit, man. He passed the players, them, man. Whichever player that was there, he passed them. I don't care if it was Tamiyasu. If you're over the next side and give the next person your duty, not because you don't want to get passed, because you want Jason come and hype you up, say good. Alright, the stat shows that his first 30 minutes, Rodri had more touches on the ball than the entire Arsenal team. How Arsenal fans not talking about that? No, they aren't going to talk about that. I'm telling you, man, that's why I respect big bad Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio stated that Arsenal fans might be the most annoying fans you can find in world football. And all of a sudden, they said he's a nobody and all sort of thing. But the man is right. The man is right. You didn't give Arsenal players credit for pocketing your players. No, but it's not true. It's not true. Because if you get away and should have scored, the aim of the game is to score and create. Our keep possession of the ball. And as what Dockland just said, we were keeping possession of the ball, we were creating, and we got the chances to score. So who pocketed anybody? Who pocketed anybody? Yeah, the reasoning is not rational. I'm very sorry. All right, so You know what I'm saying? Who you got between Manchester City and Real Madrid? I hope Vinny don't come back. 27% and conceded 2 big chances. We kept them at arm's length. But you can't say it could have been way more big chances because Giddy Master got away, but he just never delivered the ball good. So my point still stands. My point still stands. You understand me? All right, so. Oh, Lord. Now, one thing about this show can't. Oh, is it we are fighting over football? This show is the ultimate. So only your views is. No, Omzo. It's not my views is true. It is the truth. Did the man not... Alright, Umzo, yes or no? Everybody in the chat, people. Didn't Doku pass everybody he went up against? Like every single time, don't you see him behind the player? And he seems to not do anything. Either he's taking a 50-yard shot, not 50-yard ice sky shot on top of the 18, or he's passing the ball to a defender, or he's just not passing the ball good. Did you not see that in the game? So if that's the case, how can a man get pocketed if the man either do all of that? Because the only way you could have done that is because you passed the player. All right? All right, Jason. All right, you know what? You play them good there, because I can tell you. You play good, all right? It's not the truth. I watched the whole game. Most of Doku's dribble is useless. Man like 10 yards, 10-year-old dribbling around. Oh, my God. So Doku never passed nobody. He never got any opportunity to cross any ball in. He never created no opportunity in the game. All right. So Doku did nothing. All right. Doku did nothing. Nothing at all. You alone watch the game. All right. You alone watch the game. Because even on Twitter, the Arsenal fans I said Doku, them glad for Doku because he was playing for Arsenal. You know, bad you have to be. In a game, like production wise, for the opponent saying that you're playing for Arsenal, that simply means you have got the opportunity. You have gotten the opportunity. All right? And you have wasted the opportunity. Oh my God. All right? Yes, pocketed mean you have done your job up to the final third and then wasted the chances. So you pocketed yourself. So that means because you never completed it 100% in the same terminology that you guys are trying to use to say that, oh, people pocketed them. Nothing like that. You guys are lying. But tell you what, I am not going to fight the whole day. All right? You at home in a must-win match and your team failed to show up. It's okay to admit. So, hold on. So Arsenal Arsenal need to win the match as well too. Arsenal need to win the match as well. Arsenal never needed to win the match as well. Okay, all right. So which one of the teams that looked like they were going for it? It was surely not Arsenal. It was surely not Arsenal. And why are we talking about this when this was a Reggae Boy show? Well, because I've never adjusted it. You guys found a way to start a war. An unnecessary war. All right? JD, he passed everyone, but did nothing. But that's what we are saying. So that's why we said they pocket themselves. JD, your big striker was non-existent. JD, facts. Moreover, he's also one-dimensional. All right. So, he's one-dimensional. All right. Whatever. Jason, you're just something else, bro. So let me leave you alone. Devon Smith, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Guys, please do smash the like button. Suriname / Jamaican man in the building. Sean Bass. Big up yourself, alright? Yes. So, yeah, man. Let them just fight. You know what? Arsenal draw a game and they won the league. You know, they won the league. Yes. They won the league, people. Alright? They won the league. All right, you're gonna hear some other fish to fry soon. All right, yes. King J, 4 points. JD, your team is owned by Arsenal for now. All right, for now, okay. All right, you know what? All right, so let me hear it from Teddy Bear Lee. All right, yes. Big up yourself, Teddy Bear Lee. How are you doing? You're live on the Imaxit platform. Which one of the points that we want to talk about?
Yeah, man, big up. Alright, so first and foremost, John Russell. What happened to John Russell?
He was not picked, don't. Because they might not see him as that Mercurian talent. You know? The AI never see him as that Mercurian talent.
Oh, so short I see them are central midfield, that person and you know, but I am never have no faith in that regards. So but we are trying this new back three system or back five. I think a person number 6 role maybe that fit Russell. But I need an energetic player or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I think so because that's what their system fits. You know? So
the 2 number 8.
Yeah, that's what I think their system really fits, to be honest, yes. But you have to ask a question, why play a system that you are gonna be at a disadvantage? Or you thought that you would have had an advantage based on the amount of people you had to select from? That is the question.
No. Yeah. Alright, so a discussion you missed me yesterday still. Alright, I think the people must say here now. The World Cup will basically soon start June, right? June? In terms of the tournament.
Oh Lord.
And if like and if we can basically pick a so we don't know 22 or 23 yet. We are in a problem. We understand on the next most people in the matter I don't believe let's say them aside next 2 years. I think we're supposed to have 11 players currently that we say we're supposed to say alright, them supposed to make it for next year. No, make it at least make it for qualify.
11 players?
Yeah. I think that
you should have a core by now.
Alright, core, that's the key, right? I think that we shall learn about Tapa, where at least I'll be a chop and change with that chop and change when we reach the final round. We don't want that happen this time around. So we're not saying a player have to make it now like low on them people, but I think they maybe should be a part of the core. Like you know, the Leon Bailey and those names and Ethan, them supposed to be a part of the core.
Okay. Yes. No, Leon Bailey is supposed to be a part of the core. So how am I gonna be a part of the core when he's not a part of the team?
No, man, you don't know.
Oh, based on potential, yes. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. Because you can't say them. You can't come here and say them something and they get beaten in a big bass because the man them not in a not Leon Bailey. I have never seen a player where overnight nobody like him.
I wonder first, but we see Bailey come now, but we always pick up the Bailey now, but why when I beat Jamaica, the Jamaica thing, and then the party where him say rather for go party, June, whatever, instead of the Copa, whatever, you know, that kind of so now, so I think him supposed to learn from this so I go on, but I realize he's a player with ego still and the people them around him are ego, so why them with wrong and strong no matter what. I would have said him have only for points in even the bodyguard thing. I believe the players maybe need, we're not gonna say him special like he need to have security, but as I said, like him have a point regards so people not to just run up and you know. On a serious level,
the bodyguard thing, people in the chat, let me know about the bodyguard thing. You agree with the bodyguard thing because Teddy is saying because but Teddy, I'm gonna ask you, where are you going for one bodyguard? Because if me have the national team, me have a bus where I go to, you have the stadium where I go to, you have the press conference where I go to, you have the hotel where I go to. So which bodyguard you want? Where bodyguard come from?
But as I said, me that stadium, I see like people like nothing wrong with the fans them, but my God, me see like you know the fans, the body just can't go up to the players, and the body just can, you know, you kind of in a Jamaica situation, crime situation. Okay. Remember we seen in past now where Colombia, remember a player they died them so whatever.
Oh,
whatever reason.
You're so wicked we are. We're going to Colombia.
No, man, but what I say, we don't want no. remember the fans in Jamaica can be very tough. That never happened in Jamaica yet, but I understand the point about having, we're not going to say them to have bodyguards 24/7, but sometimes it has to be, okay, and the fans, them just boom.
Okay, so you're
For
saying
example,
bodyguard.
interview with.
So so that means them to have more security and if close off the area then, because look, the other day when I went to Suriname, but me is a poor example to use because I had a pass to go in, but I had a permit like majority of the guys that will go to them because I think of them him attack, you know, the people who have permit him attack, you know. I think of that him attack, you know. But me go the other day, me see Cheryl Rebecca. Me see Pinas and a Pinas they must say hello to me. So no other country no other problem because everybody has say hello to me and because I had to run early on, that's the reason why I never even interviewed them because they wanted me to interview them as well. So and they were very friendly. So I am struggling for this bodyguard thing. I think this is just blowing out of proportion, to be honest. But if you had you put something. So maybe
maybe people just show my company. Maybe that's the matter. I believe maybe the media matter about it.
All right. So
I believe so.
So that means if you said more security need to be in the facility that is different from your bodyguard. You get me? So bodyguard is just wrong.
More security instead of bodyguard. Like, so like a person, like the players from the people.
Yes.
So I think maybe the stadium, because I go stadium and I see this security. I mean, I'm going to do security thing. I think you need more, you know, if anything.
And remember, Teddy, the word that he used, because I heard people, you have some people that are just protection, man. With them not have no other sense. Some people will talk and you swear things say them know Leon Bailey from him come out of womb. Cause you have a man on YouTube. I saw him come from China one day and I feel just diss him and run him off. Because the man come and attack so the garbage when me know him attack about and want me to come suck up to him. I'm see him do the same thing since this the argument. But what Leon Bailey had said when you know who him attack. So even if him have the highest comprehension skills, you know him attack. When him talk about that, him say after man come and push up camera in him face. Me and you now walk go stadium. Me and you now walk go stadium and have camera. Because if we're not people are working in media, we're not on the camera. So you know exactly what him attack. So you could have just put the two things together. A media him attack, man. A media him attack. And every country now have problems with media. Them give you a time limit to say you're going to get 15 minutes or 20 minutes at this interval and then you're going to move on. When after the game finish, you have 30 or 40 minutes. That's how they do it. They give you a sheet. So what I would agree to everyone that the JFF need to be more organized. If that wasn't a thing, to tell the people how much minutes they do have. And Cranky came on the other day and said, but Cranky came on the other day and said the guy them have a time limit. We only could have spent 15 minutes. So I think that's a standard. If JFF is doing it, I don't blame the JFF right there because that is the standard. 15 minutes on the field to see what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, man, go ahead. Golan.
Everybody deserve pass.
And okay, Golan. It's not me bring up nothing, Golan. It is the caller brought it up and me and the caller have a conversation. Golan, I don't know if a Leon Bailey you better than a man. Golan on a pillar man. He's a pillar man, but every time someone call and mention it, it's like me can't talk. Me for just say, yo Teddy, come on for the phone. Me can't do that. Me have to talk to Teddy.
But one of the topic them can
the man said him continue Teddy.
Bring up some solid point. I mean, I say him bring up some points, the security thing, but it look like the media credential, because truth be told now, like, everybody turn vlogger, even me can fill up and just boom, get a pass. Maybe JFF needs to kind of look into, we're not going to say we are limit everybody now, but come on, everybody are going, if you have 15 vloggers or 15 people from the media, and everybody want to interview him. I understand the players sometimes they want to go train, sometimes they want and everybody basically show up. Everybody, should be doing, we realize every channel wants that exclusive and but I see so maybe it can't go.
Oh Lord. So Teddy, guys, Teddy was the first bunning out man, you know. Teddy bun out all vloggers, you know. So Teddy's saying that.
But everybody, the vloggers, them need to cooperate and say, here one now. Everybody can go, you know.
Okay, so you want one person to do the interview.
Everybody.
So you want one person to do the interview and then share the content around.
Right. Yeah, I say, here one now. To them, me I go do this. Them match up, me I go do this interview.
Okay.
This and that, you know. But if every player have to go basically go through one, is like, you know, sometimes frustration there, you know. But me realize the thing is so united, so everybody wants an exclusive, you know.
Okay.
Exclusive interview.
Well,
yeah,
Teddy.
But as I say,
me know
yeah.
that statement then if I the vlogger them attack and media personnel. To have less people there. But the last time I've said that, Teddy, the tracks them a bad mind. Me a bad mind the vlogger them.
Oh,
so
me
said that around 4 months ago. I said we should be more them for fact check, like them for check the people we actually can, like you have to pass a certain test. Like you have to be a registered company.
Yeah, man. For example,
and certain
like,
things. Yeah.
Registered.
Yes, registered company
you know,
and
you
stuff.
have a big media platform or something you can go, you know. But I just want every vlogger to have a freedom now, but in terms that we can have 20 people I try to, you know, then, you know, so we have to kind of, we vloggers have to own ourselves too. Like we need to have a vloggers council or something. We're gonna sit down and discuss like in terms of match to make it thing organized. I believe that the vloggers them attack, and the vloggers them I know you know.
Yes.
I want to with Jamaican fans our hype now, like we'll see a big player that even look for, you know. Big artists are not even run and go like
that point Teddy have, you know, Teddy have a point there, you know, because if the media room if the media will only allow maybe 30 to 40 people, we as vloggers can't have 20 of the spaces or 10 of the spaces. We should have like 3-4 because we are not the biggest media in Jamaica. So I agree with Teddy, just to make the player them feel comfortable. Because remember, you know, it's not.
No man. Vloggers, vloggers are we are do social media.
Yeah, I know. But 2 to 3 spaces, 2 to 3 spaces, okay, not unlimited, and we take up all the 40 space. You get me? I agree with you right there. I don't think we need everybody in there, and everybody need to get a question. I think someone would, because remember at the end of the day, it's the football we want to play, you know. We can still promote it. So I agree with you, dear. I agree with you. I agree with Teddy right there.
But the thing with Leon Bailey now, I say him speak well and everything, but I think him have a problem, like, it's so me, like, if him did just come straight and say, here I know, the media and the passes we need to organize, but him not so that him kind of say one blanket statement, like, him just want bodyguard to protect him, or, because right now, if him do a second interview, I clear up a lot of things, but as I said, me always him mentor, Mr. Butler say, him players and speak well and, you know, good for media, but at a serious level like this now, him now, we can better the vloggers them or the media matter, but in terms of...
Yeah, I think it's everybody. I think it's everybody in attack. But what I would have said then, we limit ourselves, and then the other entities them around Jamaica limit themselves, give them more space. You know, so if them tell a 15 minutes, they do 10 minutes, just to make it breeze off. You know, you give them a little space, because I don't agree with the behavior, how he's talking, but at the same time, because of them I play, I just want to give them, because I don't like these prima donnas behaviors, because I understand Gary, I understand. I understand Gary, but because Gary I said, but JD is the bloggers them getting the content to the people. But all I'm saying then, we limit ourselves then, and then the rest of me them limit themselves to make this man feel comfortable. Because this man seems like he has problems.
No man, I'm not him alone.
And that's how he was talking. That's how he was talking. That's how he was talking. Like, him alone maybe want come speak, but other people have the problem. So me I say, because them are the baller, and maybe them have them problems, we just want to limit ourselves because we can control our market. So instead of 7 vloggers go there, 3 go there, and then share the information between each other, and then put it out. And then the other media them limit them as well, so them can feel better. Me not agree with it, but just to make this thing work and make some of them prima donnas, just to make it work. Me understand what Teddy has said. Teddy now beat the vloggers them. Him just say Just give them money what they want.
No, man, they
Just,
can't. Remember, vloggers, come on. Remember, me even can't themselves. But also, we have to kind of learn to hold ourselves accountable.
yes,
like, you know?
yes, yes.
So at least everybody can unite it. We can, you know, for example, we can't go on a press conference every 1 hour we look for ask a question. Like, we can't say, boom, we are going to limit, you know? We have to do that. That's what the media them do them say, you know?
Me understand it.
Yeah.
Can you say it first? Can you say
Yeah.
it first? Me understood what you're
Yeah.
saying. I agree with it. Me agree with you.
Yeah.
Me agree with you, man.
Another thing before we leave, your current, if you play a back four, your first choice centre back here in the BU, Pinnock and who? Because I don't say Pinnock and Low, but I just want to hear what you are saying.
I wouldn't say Pinnock and Low based on what, because I always had Deshaun Bernard as the second best defender, but I was just waiting on him to come to the forefront. And based on what we have two slower defenders, which is Ethan Pinnock and Hector. So I only can play one of them because if I had to choose based on their skill set, and I could have picked both of them, I would have picked Hector and Pinnock ahead of both Low and Bernard. But out of the two of them, I think I will go with Bernard over Low as a centre back, and I would go with Pinnock and Bernard because of the passing out from back capability. Yes, I think passing out from back capability. Yes, I would have gone with that. But if that's what I would have gone with, but I'm not saying Low is a bad player. I'm just saying that that's what I would have preferred because I want to retain the same passing out of back ability.
So you said I rather Pinnock and Bernard.
Yes, Pinnock and Bernard because Bernard has the recovery pace just like Low, but he has the ability to pass out from the back. And remember, we just saw the pass out from the back with Latibodier, Bernard, and Hector. So I wanted to maintain that ability to pass out from the back because I want the football to flow, and I don't think Low offers that. I'm very sorry, but I don't think he offers that.
Alright, so currently Low is in your top four, like Pinnock, then Bernard, then who next?
Pinnock, then I put Bernard. Then after I would have to put Low. I have to put Low. Low and then Low and Hector for third. Both of them I would put at third. Yeah. So Low. No, Latibodier is not a centre back. I will put him as a full back. But if I'm gonna put Latibodier in, yes, I would think Latibodier is ahead of him as well too. Because he's younger, his ceiling is higher. No, I think he's better than both of them. If I'm gonna put him as a centre back, yes. But because me have him as a right back, because I put him as a right back, I don't consider him as a centre back. I put him as a right back or a left back.
Right back?
Yes, I put him as a right back. Right back ahead of he's better than Lembekisa as a right back. Yeah.
No, but remember we get so Lembekisa, let him do this. He's not my second. But remember we get the guy that was yesterday. Dujan Sterling, yeah. So Dujan Sterling's a right back. So
yes.
Yeah, so we have Lembekisa and whatever and Sterling. So to me, if when him Latibodier centre back or CDM or central, then put him at the utility player about. I think the right back, unless him not fit well now and back four, defensively and going forward, not do well. But a back three, I believe, because one thing I believe what you say in terms of the back three, that are the way to go. That I believe are the way to go.
And if it's a back three, if it's a back three, we just prove that we played some of the best football starting from the back in the last 4 years for Jamaica. Starting from the back. I'm not talking about midfield and forward because we never have those things. Alright? So
you're sure about remember how play remember the match with the King and Pinnock
you're talking about under Paul you're talking? Under Paul?
Yeah,
no man, this is better man. This is better. We're playing Panama and we are playing out of a press against Panama. That is something that we have never done to that level. Because remember, Costa Rica never pressed you know. Costa Rica never pressed the one bit, man. Joel Campbell alone up there press. And all of the old man them sit back. Remember good no man. Joel Campbell alone you sit back, brother. Yeah man, so that's how we pass 4,000 ball. And that's how we pass 4,000 ball, yeah man, we never that man. Believe me man, what we do with the back three the other day. That's why people start to say Pinnock now for make the team. Me hear people say Pinnock now for make the team. So if Pinnock can't make the team, no, but that's what me trying to tell you. People were so satisfied. But Teddy, but that's Teddy. But what I realized when they said Pinnock walk straight back in the team is how satisfied they were with what they are seeing. And we have to say that means Jamaica have made some improvements as to passing out from the back. But who was not in the back when we are passed out from the back? Low was not in the back, Teddy. No, we know Pinnock can do the same, but we don't know if Low can. We know Low can do the same because I watched him and him and no one pass out the back centre back. It's not want to work. I think he just relies on his athleticism. And I don't class him as one as pass out of the back. And I always said when we're moving from centre back, we're gonna get pass out for the back. Clip them videos there and show you, and then we get it now. So we're not gonna make up my excuse. That's why I want those three. So if you want to put them in midfield,
we don't trust Hector the sweet or the last man. Still. That's all I have to say. You just to me understand the current system, but would have Hector as my last man if Pinnock and everybody come back. You have Hector as a person.
Hector, Pinnock, and Lati Bodier or Bishan Bernard. That is a passing out from the back centre back 3 as well. Very, very good as well. Obviously, you said you would want to play Hector and Pinnock because both of them slower. Yeah, I could look at that as well.
Yeah, so I remember back 3, you have to have 2 quick players and one basically slower. So I think if Pinnock come back, we have Pinnock and take out Hector. But as we say, we need 2 stoppers, like fast stoppers, whether Bernard did the space today, so the next space is
that's why I would have gone for Pinnock being the playmaker, which is the sweeper, and then I'll put Latibodier and Hector and Bernard, because Bernard has the recovery speed and Latibodier ain't slow. Is just his lateral movement sometimes be a bit challenging in midfield. And we just realize the midfield is just midfield that because Damien Low looks sluggish after 20 minutes in midfield. And people just pass the ball around him as well. And because it's a different position from what you're used to. So now people not, and that's what I don't respect about most of these persons, And Mr. United loves to me talk down to my subscriber. No, I'm asking a question. So when you guys are saying that Dan come here and say him read a lot and all sort of madness, and then come here and say, oh, my boy lateral movements not good. So Damien Low's lateral movements was better? Or is because they are natural centre backs? And then because they're in a position and it's going so fast, they dropped stamina after a certain point and then struggled to pick up all of the balls them overall. Because I thought that Damien Low struggled to pick up all of the balls them even worse than Latibodier. He tackles well when the ball is closer to him. But aside from that, he never tackled well when he had to go for the ball, just like Latibodier as well. It's 2 different types of tackling. So go and look at the game. He couldn't track down on him, man, forgetting the ball. He couldn't track down the man because the man from America was running so fast and just running past him. So it shows that that's the problem when it's actually at the centre back playing in midfield. Duckland says lies. Go back and watch the game, Duckland, and stop go with low upon your pillar. And that's your problem. Go and watch the game. See for yourself and see if you can track down nobody and get the ball.
So my back 3 would be Pinnock as a sweeper, Low and Bernard. I know the reason why I would use that 3 down. But Latibodier, I think Latibodier in young age and I think he can learn the number 6 or the number 8 role.
So who you see as a 3? Who you put as a 3?
Yeah man, Pinnock, Bernard and Low. Push ship up Latibodier.
Okay, so you throw Latibodier and you throw Hector. Yeah. So
no man, we not throw. Yeah, no. Latibodier when I put him in the midfield as a number 6 or number 8, based on we don't use him, go and use him. As we say Low. No man, as we say.
So what happened if you see that and then we can't pass out from the back? If we can't pass out,
we are pass out Low. Come on, we are go pass out. Low, as I say, I think Low, Low are going to pass in defenders around him now. So Low are adapt. I want him with we're not right. Low, no, they say Low, we write him off already now the pass and the youth there. Him can learn, I tell you the pass now. You have to learn the pass now thing.
All right,
So
all
even
right.
Blake kind of learn to stop kick out the ball now, you know? Because I know you're going to argue that because he gets centre back around him with a fast one. But you are going to adapt that far, man. I tell you what.
All right. Fair enough, fair enough.
One of them player there, you know? But based on what I say, I think we have a core so far to go to our 2026. I think we have a core. We can identify certain players that are going to make it on, you know? But I'm not going to lie, Mikel Antonio, you believe him 2026 still there around? We just give
yeah, man. Mikel Antonio is still around. He's going to still be around.
Yeah,
as in football, but I don't know.
Some quality foul.
We have some quality forwards. You're so wicked he is, Teddy. You're so wicked he is.
No, man,
we have some quality defenders. We have some quality defenders.
Alright, so projector-wise or projection-wise, we have some forwards where maybe next 2 years, Mikel Antonio, you know, on a serious level, like, we have some young forwards that come up, you know, or even some forwards who can get overseas.
Okay.
You know, believe so the forward line. I think the forward line will bless, like, we get them Greenwood and some other players.
Okay, you're talking the Greenwood them and stuff, but you will not get them as yet. Are they not close to?
Kemaru come back, like, even Kemaru and some other players.
Okay,
like,
alright.
I don't know, like, I remember something that be 34, it might be what, 34?
Yeah, let me bring up Mikel Antonio age, because sometimes you have to check him age properly to make sure. We're not wrong. We're not say the man I get too old.
Centre backs are some players, like, you know, so when the older them grow up, sometimes they might look out tight, but forward.
Yes, so Mikel Antonio, March 28th, him just a 34, so he's gonna be 36 before the World Cup. 36.
Wow, 36.
Yes. So that might be too old.
30 something, that's all.
Yeah, but
they got carry England.
Yeah. So, but we have to stay on business, people. Stay honest. All right. So Mikel Antonio might be old. So people, what say you? You think that Mikel Antonio is gonna make the next 2 years? Let me know. For me, I will have to watch next year if he keeps on up what I just saw against Newcastle. Yeah. Definitely he can make it because he put up his shift in against Newcastle. So if he can continue doing this next year, I think it will translate. But I have to wait until next year. You know, I have to see next year. You know, but I will not jump. I will not jump the gun because nobody is a lock. We can't just pretend like that. You know. So and that should show you that I'm not biased. So when you not force me to say low, I'm not say low, but I'm not say Antonio either.
I'm not say low. Yeah, I'm not say low spot is a sure guy. If Latibody and some other centre backs come up. Remember the guy who played the under 20,
Badley Morgan. Badley Morgan, he's carrying a big injury. He's carrying a big injury, so maybe he might have to go up on a tier for the next 2 years. But you're right. Yeah. That's why I asked you the question. Oh, we have so much centre backs, but yet still here. But you know, you said so. Big up, Teddy. Big up. Come here, get 2 more calls. All right.
Yeah, man. Bless up here.
All right. So guys, please do it like button. We aim to 150, 250. Thanks to the 200, all right? Yeah, age, people must say age is just a number. Yeah, but Ricardo Fuller, yeah, we know age is just a number, but we have to be honest because just a while ago, I've just said that I would have preferred others over Damian Lowe at the time. So no man bring up a valid point about his age. I have to question his age. And why I've questioned his age, and I said, let me wait until next year to see if he can keep the same intensity. Because this intensity that he showed against Newcastle, we have no player that can replicate that. None at all that can replicate that. So if he can do that next year, we think that even if he drops off a little bit after, for the other year, he would still be the best that we have doing that at this point. So that's why we have used that, to be honest, if that makes sense. All right. If Low in the back line, we gonna give up a lot of free kicks, possible penalties, and give away. That's what Kamai says. And then Jason said, Antonio is a specimen type of human being. I agree, but I still have to answer the question that way because I don't want people say I'm biased. Uno can find a million names. There is one head of state. All right, well, tell you what, I don't think anybody else want to be head of states. They just want to be the right state. All right, yes. That can do their job. JD, why you still a bad mind, my baller, Damian Lowe? Have I come off that way? to say that I'm bad minding anyone because I've just said the same thing about Antonio and broke it down. But you digested that one properly, but yet still you wanted to fight me on a different topic. So I don't know if I am the one bad minding anyone. I think you just want to say that I'm bad minding someone. I'm very sorry, but I'm not. Antonio is a strength player. So if he takes care of his body, he will still be useful at 36, which I think so, but how far are we projecting us to be in 2026? If we have Mason Greenwood, then we have Kadama Thierry improve at a level. If we have Whisper improve at a level, if we have Mothersill improves at a level, if we have Kaheim Dixon improve at a level. Are we seeing any one of those players going at that level? The only player that I would say that I think can improve to a level to be as good as Mikel Antonio or Shamar Nicholson in the next 2 years, I would have to say it's between Mothersill and Kadama Thierry. No disrespect to Whisper and Kaheim Dixon. I don't think they're going to reach into that striker pool. Kadama Thierry, I would say, be the first one to replicate Mikel Antonio. Kadama Thierry would be that one because he has the build and the style of play, and he's already playing higher than everyone else. You understand me? Yes. So I think Kadama Thierry is the only realistic one that can surpass. Cephas is not those type of player. Cephas is not that type of player. Cephas is a speed type player. So his link up plays are not the strongest. His back to wall are not the strongest. You know? Mr. J, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Say, JD, do you think Dujan Sterling is better than Joel in CDM? Yes. Because his lateral movements, his athleticism is just higher. His athleticism is, I think, is high like Damian Lowe type of player. Think he's faster than Damian Lowe, to be honest. Yes. So that's it. That's why I was looking at it, Mr. J. Yes, he's a good player. But as what Cranky said, we should not be looking for makeshift players. We need to find the real players. So Cranky need to call in and tell with the real players. All right? Whisper is there already. He will be there if his agent allows it. No, Whisper is not there as yet. Whisper is playing in U21s. And he's not a staple down starter in the U21. So how can he be there? Kadama Thierry is playing in the championship. And playing in main games in the championship. And he's not, and Whisper is not a striker. He's a wing forward. But that's why I've used Kadama Thierry and used Mothersill. So person that can play and Mothersill is a wing forward, but he can play lone striker as well. Yes. He is not a makeshift CDM. It's on his resume, but people still see him as a makeshift CDM because remember when he started, he started Mr. Dre, he started as a winger / right back, wing back type player. Those pacey, strong players. That's what he started as. So that's why people don't rate him as this traditional CDM because that's not where he was schooled in. He was always the wing, bustling, physical type of person, the trier type of players them. That's what he was. And then people look at his passing ability and realize that he could have done more in midfield, then bring him over in midfield and he did not look bad. This is very unpopular, but I am not sold on Cephas. JD, did you talk about Omari terrible performance yesterday? Oh my God. People, what did I say about Omari? Just answer Omzo. That's where you guys need to give my credit, because even if it's my players, them, I say it as it is. All right. So Mr. United said this is very unpopular, but I am not sold on Cephas. I think Cephas brings things that I'm impressed with. I am very sorry. I like the player. I see a lot in him. I see a lot in him. I think he has the talent to do a performance if you give him a job. If you're sitting deep and you want to break out, I think you have nobody in the Jamaica team can break out better than Cephas. Obviously, his controlling is not the best. His finishing is not the best. But those things can be worked on. but he has his own skill sets them that nobody else can fit him on. All right, so Cephas, he has his time, but definitely because he has so much other flaws, that's where people would say that others are better than him. All right. Yes, I had said that he was bad yesterday. Big bad Umzo. I had said that he was bad yesterday, sir. All right. Listen, when Whisper is ready, get ready for the blackmail. All right. What are you talking about, bro? I just said we have a lot of people ahead of Whisper, to be honest. A lot. From a long time, but people just never wanted to admit it. You know, he has to work himself up because Cephas and those guys were always ahead of him based on what they have gone overseas and completed. You understand me? Mother Silem, Kadamantiri, Hutchinson, all of those players were way ahead of Whisper. I think Whisper was in the class of Kaheim Dixon and such, you know, but he obviously Kaheim Dixon still even offered a little bit more than Whisper. To be honest, that was just the facts at the time. And everyone has to improve themselves. You have to start from somewhere, but don't try to force people places they are not, because what you could do is ruin their opportunity to develop in the right player that they should be. And I think that that's what people try to do with Whisper, to try and put him in categories that he's nowhere near. And if they had just watched the player play, they realize that he was nowhere near that. You get me? He has physical makeups, but he never had the football IQ. He never had a lot of skill sets to adapt to a next level at the start. You understand me? But if you give him the time to grow as a human being, understands his strengths, learn from what the team wants from him, that's where he would have become a better player. But I think they tried to force him and damage at least 2-3 years out of his development. You understand me? And I love the fact that Kaheim Dixon, people saying that they're not going to jump with him. They're going to take time to let him improve. I like that. That's what we want people to work with. What's lacking in Cephas' game? Is it the IQ side of the game? Well, he's getting into the position and latching onto the ball. So I just think his technical ability is just lower. It's just lower. And he's going to have to improve on that over the years, you know? Yes. Over the years, he has to just improve on that. Omari needs another loan next season. He's not at Chelsea level right now. Madueke, I don't think Madueke is just lights out better than him. Cole Palmer, I don't think Cole Palmer is lights out better than him either. So I think he could. Cole Palmer is better than him, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know, because Cole Palmer is a generational talent, you know. But his skill set could work. I think he could have rivaled Madueke. For a spot, you know. And maybe because of his close controlling and stuff, he could have actually gotten an opportunity to get a few games. So I don't think Chelsea level is just far superior than Omari Hutchinson. I don't think so. But I don't think he would be a starter. Yes, people play say, yes, Omari is not ready for first team. I think he's ready for first team. But I wouldn't. Cole Palmer, you're mad? No, man, Mexican. Remember, Cole Palmer left from Manchester City, you know. No, I don't think Cole Palmer is lights year better than Omari Hutchinson. No, I don't think so. He's progressing nicely. But remember, you know, his consistency brings you to that level, you know. But I think Cole Palmer rusty on a lot of things. As Cole Palmer made Chelsea drew the game the other day, you know. Just because of his poor vision around him at the time, you know. Trying to force everything to score 15 goals. So he still has parts of his game that he needs to work on. Just like majority of the players them that are not world superstars. You get me? So Cole Palmer is better. I had said that, but I'm saying he's not light years better, Dockland. He's not light years though. Yes, he's not levels above him. No, he's not levels above him. I'm very sorry, Dockland, but Cole Palmer is very good. But I think you guys are disrespecting the level of the player. I think the dribbling, I think Omari is actually the better dribbler out of him and Cole Palmer. Omari is not, and it's not even close either too. So if you have the passing metrics, them Cole Palmer is way better on that part. The finishing and the speed. The speed, Omari Hutchinson is faster. The finishing from both is not far superior. right there. So look at different before you jump to push off the players. Them look at the traits. Them. Mexican. Listen to me. I talk about. I don't go off ego. I broke down each one of the category of the players. Them, and if I say those things, and you keep on giving one person a point over here, and then you give Cole Palmer 6 straight points, that makes Cole Palmer significantly better. But the Omari Hutchinson have traits that that can rival Cole Palmer. That's all I'm saying. So what we are arguing, listen to context. What we are arguing, if he should be going out on a next loan or he can fight for a position. And I said Madueke is not far above him. Cole Palmer is better than him, but I think he can rival both of them. All right. He can rival both of them. No, dribbling, close control dribbling. I actually think that he can rival majority of these top players in dribbling. I think he's a very, very underrated dribbler. I think his dribbling ability, Hutchinson, might be what his best attribute. His dribbling ability can rival anybody in the Jamaica team. Anybody. Liam Bailey, Damari Gray, anybody in the Jamaica team, his dribbling ability could rival. So why he couldn't rival Cole Palmer in the dribbling category? Yes, but Jason, I had said Cole Palmer is an incredible dribbler, but not a speed incredible dribbler like because Omari Hutchinson can dribble slower and go at speed as well that Cole Palmer can't go at. And he's faster than Cole Palmer as well. And he has good passing ability. But Cole Palmer, obviously Cole Palmer has the vision that he doesn't have, which is the passing. Obviously he's coming from Manchester City. So you expect him to have that level. And definitely he's a good finisher. You get me? So yes, he's the better player. But I was having a conversation to see if he should go back out on loan. And I'm saying he could have fought for the place. That's all I was saying, you know. He could have fought for the place. I know that Cole Palmer have been exceptional this year. That is true. Cole Palmer way better than Omari, not even close in any category. No, that's a lie, Philby. And this is where the mad conversation can't. Look, if a man a break down a player, look, if you're gonna say that, that means Mbappe can fit in any system over everybody. But no, some people would have picked Bernardo Silva in some system than Mbappe. So, for instance, in a Manchester City system, when they are using one winger to slow it down, they always put Bernardo Silva out there because he has a controlling that only Messi alone have a better glue touch than Bernardo Silva. I've told you guys about Bernardo Silva. Guys, Bernardo Silva controlling. Sometimes I think he can control the ball better than Messi. And people said I was mad until they start to watch Bernardo Silva. So in a Pep system, he would have wanted Bernardo Silva than Mbappe for that role on that wing. Because he wants to retain the ball on one wing and then use speed on the next one or creativity on the next one. But he wants a retain of the ball, and if Mbappe doesn't give him that. And you know Pep Guardiola, he doesn't care what you think. It's what he wants for his system. Foden controlling is nowhere. Even Foden say that on Manchester City stream that Bernardo's controlling is not normal. Him and Riyad Mahrez, they said have the highest controlling. Riyad Mahrez is not there yet. Anymore. But what are you talking about, man? Foden can't control ball like Bernardo Silva, man. That is not even close, brother. Alright? Riyad Mahrez and Bernardo Silva was the two highest controllers in the team. But all I'm trying to say is that some people have some skill set. I am not saying that Silva is better than Mbappe because I am not a madman. But I'm just saying Silva has traits that what required for Pep is better than what Mbappe would have given him. So he would have selected that. You saw Leroy Sané there, Sterling there, and he puts Bernardo Silva out at the left wing, where both of them were actually coming off. Because he wanted a controller of the tempo of the game and ball retention. And none of them gave you that because they are two speed merchants. So they couldn't give you that retention that he wanted. And he just used two other guys that are not as fast and maybe not as prolific as both of them. As the two one he started. But he got better from his whole team as a whole. And so people have to look at football from that side, all right? Yes. Yeah, man, I think you guys disrespect Bernardo Silva, man. You guys disrespect Bernardo Silva. That's all I'm going to say. Palmer gets extra rating from fanboy Omari as qualities better than Palmer. Comparing Omari to Palmer is crazy. It's like Mbappe to Bailey. No, but oh my God. Wow. So that's why I tried to bring the conversation back to where I wanted it, to show you that I'm not saying that Omari is better than Cole Palmer. I went down to traits that they had that could make their team important, that could be important in their team. You get me? That's all I was saying, people. Oh God. Stop mixing up what I'm saying. I was not saying he's good as Cole Palmer. I'm just saying Cole Palmer has flaws which Omari Hutchinson excels in because he's a footballer. So some of his skills, he might be better than the next person in. Not saying his overall is better than him. Oh God, help me, guys! Smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Get me to 250 on the board. All right, yes. So we have 2.5 hours. We have done our time. All right, so let me leave it right there. Another smoking day. Big up to Kaheim Dixon. For getting the eyes of a lot of persons. Like how people would think that Kaheim Dixon has some traits that they can work on. That's how they buy players, people. They know that you have deficiencies. But what if they could fix those? And what your strengths on? And look at their team, what their team wants. That's how people buy players. Period. Period. Alright? Yes. Alright, and remember, Omari Hutchinson did the same thing as to what my boy did, but at a lower level. He wanted game time, they sold him to Chelsea. And Omari Hutchinson wanted game time, they bring him down to Ipswich, and both of them doing excellent jobs. So all I can say, give him the next opportunity to play in a Chelsea team. Let's see what he could offer. But believe me, I think he's going to offer similar things as well. Similar things. I think, and you guys are going to wait until that time before you start rating. But remember, I was doing it from day one. And I am standing stronger and stronger every single day. All right? Yeah, man. So, people, big up on yourself. Thanks yet again. Let me know. Give the setup a rating, guys. Give the setup a rating. If you don't like this upstairs one, I'm going to put on the intro and everything on it. But I had to just set up the overall thing. So let me know if you guys like the setup that we are running with from the other day. You saw that once you donated to the channel, we don't hide anything. So people can pocket watch our channel. The views, subscribers, the talking points, and also your comments. All right, so we have added a lot to the streams, so you can keep up, because I don't like when I'm in the streams, people asking me what am I talking about, So I'm trying to always give you that feeling from any stage of the streams. All right, yeah. So let me know how you guys like the setup and what should we add to the setup if you don't like it. All right. Dujan says, Duvan says, Whisper can't even compare to Omari's shadow. I wouldn't say that, because Whisper is a bigger frame player. So maybe with physical strength, he could have competed up top still. I don't think with the lower parts as yet, because I saw him playing against U18s, U21s. He's not as strong as Omari with his foot strength. And maybe overall the physical strength, because he's playing at a higher level. So maybe you're right, but I want to say that he could grow into that frame and be stronger because he's bigger, Good show. See you guys tomorrow. Big up yourself, Mr. United. Hope all is well. And as you said, I talk down to people. Well, at least I've given a different perspective to look at it. All right, sir? Yes. So maybe stop spreading those rumors that I've talked down to people. All right? Yes, because I've never done such thing. All right? Pastor talked down to me. Call me a little dirty boy. I can't believe any news on no games being announced for the Reggae Boys, Reggae Girls. I think we have heard something like that. I'm gonna research it first and ask a few questions. Man City pocketed themselves. Yes, that as well. Kaheim Dixon, we talked on. I saw Omari and Whisper on the same pitch. And the Whisper at that time was way better. So that is what I am working with for now. I don't know what you are seeing, because I've seen both of them on the pitch. And I thought that both games, Omari Hutchinson was actually better in. Even the game that we said he did bad. But what we did now, we made sure to not watch the end of the actual game. Yes. And remember, that same feel that you're talking about. A man took a shot, he hit the post. And a man took a shot for the halfway line. And you never talked about everything as the connectivity and the passes and everything. I watch football for all of those things. So you can't style me. All right? You can't fool me. All right? In Mobile, Omar Hutchinson was maybe the person of the match. At the end of the day, Whisper came on and they were saying, his handler saying that he couldn't play the position that they put him in. Yes. Dockland, we watch football for different reasons. And I'm sure the coaches will be saying the same damn thing as me. Alright? Yes. So no make up stories and force right players too much. And that is the problem. Alright? Yes. Because when they never... Yeah, go back to watch the game. The game is on YouTube. Yeah, man. And then count the passes them and all of those things. You know? Alright? The agenda is real. Yes. Because I'm showing you how fake it is. The fakes in it. Alright? As I said, I don't know who the real one is. Yeah. But yeah, okay, so you never saw them in both games because they had played both games, you know. Duckland. So you only pick one story. So Duckland, why you never go to the both games then? Because both games are on YouTube. But you try to pick one to sell a narrative and then tell people say the agenda is real. I was watching the games. Yes. And all I see, a man make a big kick and the whole on say, "Rah!" And people had said that if he does something like that overseas, people will look at the stadium only. So what happened to the Mobile one? You never go to that one because that was the one when the guy was actually the man of the match. You saw life funny? Alright, so look at then Duckland. Stuart came on in that match and looked better than Whisper. Because Stuart was the one that came closer to make Whisper play behind him. And he was the one linking up the plays. What's his name again? Tyler Roberts came on in 3 minutes and looked better than Whisper. And Omari Hutchinson with his take-ons. So, what are you trying to say? And Tyler Roberts is not better than Hutchinson. So what are you trying to say, Duckland? Because we are watching the game. So I'm waiting on you to follow up. I'm waiting on you to follow up there. You saw life funny. You see, you never made up, you never look at those things. Yeah, man. Until they say, you can't fight with me, you know. Because once you go back to the stats, you know, I am going to smoke you every time. Alright, so big up. I'm waiting on Duckland. Duckland respond. And then we hear him have a say now. So let me see if him have an agenda now. Oh, damn. And then we're out of here, alright? A lot of people checking today. Yeah, man, we have to be grateful. Let me check the subscribers, guys. We need 20 more subscribers, guys, to pass the 200. So we need around 5 more subscribers to pass 10,200. Hutchinson was basically booed off the pitch, but Duckland, remember, you know, Jamaica perceived football a different way. Jamaicans perceive football a different way than what football is, you know. We have to remember that, you know. Because remember, pile and salad is what we perceive football as, you know. And hype up and kicking the ball, you know, and them stuff there. That's what we perceive football as, you know. Well, he went to Chelsea and kicked with the same ball. And Duckland, the clip is on YouTube. See what the commentator say. So you saw the real world perceive football than what we do. And that's where I get my vindication from. And I'm not bad-minding anyone. Because when it comes to the real world, that's where I've not the real world, sorry that term, because I don't want to make it seem like Jamaica is a fake place. But as I'm saying, how we evaluate football might not be the same as to what the rest of the world does, which is where the most money is spending. Alright? Click the little like button, people. No man, they've done it. They have done it. So thanks yet again, people. See you in the next one and take care. Alright? Bye-bye. And I will be fighting with Duckland tomorrow again. The pasta is on my beat up list. Yes, so the pasta is on my beat up list. So yeah. So bye-bye. Take care. Come on. The guy said that is what he saw. So I can't fight him. I have to go in evaluation mode instant, you know? So bye-bye, people, take care, alright?